make your sinus hurt. Buckle your seat while the pilot work. My spacecraft got enough gas that'll take you out of this earth. I'm matching with the pen and paper like a warlock. The window pane's wide open, but the door's locked. So you looking through the window for it in your window, but do they really have the skill to analyze the symbol? Crescendo, the ashes blow when the wind blow. The rain put out the fire while the children build a temple. Just like the pyramids, walls are scribbled. A projection in the sky of the messiahs on your mental. Monumental and extraterrestrial. Turning these niggas into mental vegetables. It's kinda crazy how I ride on instrumentals as I slice like a Ginsu with the vibe I put in. You listen. Not a double life, it's just a new beginning. The magic is to focus on our goals till we're winning. I'd rather have a portrait of myself up on the ceiling. I could lay down on the floor, look up and visualize the millions. Imagine that, do you see the picture clearly? Focusing on working with me, you could get this money with me. We could take over the world and put the trophies in the city, the plaques on the wall, and have a feast of who was with me. Yeah, last week was just the past, right? A new beginning, I've been up for all these past nights. And all these people that I knew just seem to pass by. They stuck on stupid worry about their past lives. And I just ask why. Are they agents? Is the system about to crash? Am I the one like in the Matrix? Is the planets in the heavens? Then the earth is just a spaceship. Our thoughts control reality and life is what you make it.
You were supposed to be here. You and I were supposed to figure this out together.
Motherfucker. What'd I tell you, Frank?
It got late and I didn't...
You got kids? You nail the window shut. You nail the motherfucking window shut.
No.
Frank,
No.
right?
No, I can't. Don't.
I don't know how you're doing this, but you're lying.
No. I swear.
Megan, get the fuck away from that window. Hey, Elgin, let me hold $20 till tomorrow. Ain't cooey, cuz. Ain't cooey, cuz. What's good? What's going on? You know I always gotta ask, are y'all hearing me live and direct, loud and clear? You know, technical difficulties and all that. I had to do a few things here real quick before we got started. 1 2 1 2. Yes, indeed. I see y'all down there. I'm scrolling down. Let me go back up real quick though. Let me go up in the chat real quick. See who's here with us. We have Kayla in the building with us. Good to see you as always. Yes. We have Demo here. What's going on? I hope you got everything right. I hope you can hop up here tonight. That would be fly, especially with the conversation that I was trying to engage with you yesterday. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about it. But I read your comments. You know what I'm saying. But we'll see what's going on. We got Leah in the building. What's going on, Leah? Good to have you. The wonderful, beautiful Luna Cascade is here with us, and our favorite Sagittarius Saggy Star is here with us. Yes, indeed. We have MSG 947 in the building. What's going on? Ghost MKC 4045 is in the building with us. Yes. Who else is here? We have Natifa here in the building. What's going on? Hold on. Let me see here. We got Shine Good in the building. Good to have you as always. No Context is here with us. Good to have you. Tallulah Lives is here. The wonderful, beautiful Del Senior is here with us, and she says, hello, everyone. Welcome and thanks for joining the From Pregame Live. We're glad you're here. Don't forget to like on your way in. Show some love. Yes. Well said. I couldn't have said it better myself. Freedom March is here with us. Golden Child is in the building. What's going on, fam? Golden Child Productions. We got Lil Neefy's in the building with us. What's going on, Lil Neefy? Yeah. We got our green skin brother in the building, Ray. Soul Taker 06 is here with us. What's up, real, my green skin bro? We have the wonderful, beautiful Bev Billions in the building. We have the wonderful Jerry in the building with us. Hey, real, hey, Fromly. Fun fact, we just finished week 74 since the inauguration of 47. Oh, my goodness. That's a real fun fact. I just want to point this out real quick. And if we didn't get the hiatus, the finale would have fell on the 74th week since the inauguration of 47. Just want to point that out. And the hiatus that they took was not planned at all. Because if you went on IMDb, the dates were wrong and the dates did not reflect that they were going to do a hiatus. So that was something that was planned after the fact. But thank you, Jerry, for that fun fact. Indeed. CQ is in the building with us. The wonderful, beautiful Nene is here with us. Hey, sis, how you doing? She said, welcome, everybody. Yes, welcome. Who else? If I'm missing you, charge it to my head and not to my heart. We got my brother Percy Garcia is in the building. What's up, real? What's up, chat? Happy Father's Day to all the men out here raising their kids. I concur. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's up. We got Matt Gonzalez in the building. Let's see what else. Samerham is here with us. The toast is close, and you got to keep the toast close. I'm with Alice is here with us. Who else is here? Is that unique? Is that unique? I think if I'm saying that wrong, correct me. No Smoke Podcast is in the building with us. Christine Jellybean is here with us. Who else is here? Oh, this is dope. There's a unique in the building right there. Hey, that's crazy. Let's see. Code Knox is here. Chat is Liddy again, as usual. The best chat in the fandom, indeed. Please, no spoilers. No spoilers. I agree, Luna. We don't want any spoilers. We want to be happily surprised when we see the episode. No spoilers. If you have any spoilers or any leaks or any of that shit, keep it out of the chat. You know what I'm saying? My mods are equipped with the scope and the rifle, and they will snipe you if they see you doing anything like dropping any kind of leaks or spoilers or any type of bullshit, period. They're going to snipe you. Any type of disrespect, they're going to snipe you. That's what they do. That's what we do here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Saji know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Anime bitches in the building. What's good with you? RCO 16 grams is in the building. Is that 16 grams? Let me know. I keep saying that, but it's 16G. I don't know. I don't know what that means. You know, I might be out of the loop with that. You know what I'm saying? Tabuscus fruit, Tabuscus fruit. When does the episode actually drop? The episode drops at 12:01 Eastern Standard Time. How on the MGM platform. However, if you get an add-on with like your Apple Plus or your Prime or anything like that, I believe the show airs around 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? And on cable TV, it drops at 9 tomorrow, 9 p.m. So that's when it airs. You know what I'm saying? Saji says in about an hour, 48 minutes. Sonic, your boy, is rocking with us tonight. Says, spoiler alert, boy in white couldn't close on that house. Credit score was too low. I had to read that shit first. I saw it was coming from Sonic, your boy, so I knew it was good, but I still had to read it first because you said spoiler alert. I had to read it first, but that's pretty funny. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he old enough now. He looked like he could be working a full-time job now. You know what I'm saying? Natifa said, remember when Clara was cooking up that big ass steak? I think she's the mole and she eats people too. Because why did she cut such a big piece? Yo, she had the big steak. And you know what was crazy? Right before they cut to that scene where her cooking the steak, Donna's talking about getting her pound of flesh. She said, I know you want to get our pound of flesh, Boyd, but we have to be smart about this. That's what she was saying to Boyd at the post office. And then it cuts right to Clara cooking a big old hunk of beef. I think she was putting the sear on it. She might have been making some sort of roast. And hopefully that was for multiple people because that was a big ass cut of meat that she had there. So hopefully it was for multiple people. She had it in the iron skillet. So I'm thinking that she was probably, putting a sear on that motherfucker to get ready to throw it in the oven with some onions and you know what I mean, potatoes and whatnot. I think I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? The more important question was that shit a part of that cow that the milkman slashed his throat out of? Because if it was a part of that cow, I wouldn't have even ate that shit. Have you seen the slow walker's fingernails? I mean, yeah, we not eating no meat that a slow walker dug them nails into. Them nails are straight up doodle pickers. Like them shits look like they go to sleep. They put their fingers in their ass and just go to sleep. And then the fingers come out like that. Their fingers are terrible. Whoever, shout out to the makeup people and the set designers and all that for that. Because them shits look terrible. Them is doodle pickers. You know what I'm saying? If anybody, y'all know, yeah, I know y'all done seen them fingernails. So y'all know what I'm talking about. Them shits is nasty. But yeah, hold on. Let me put something up here. We're going to be talking about how do you do this? Okay, let's rock it like a slideshow. So this episode, y'all, this episode, Lil Neefy said black and mild fingertips. Word, them shits look like beaties. Them shits look like chewed up jerky. Boy, them fingernails look crazy. But yeah, so this episode definitely has to be Bill Chill Doodoo Pickers. Oh yeah, that's what them is right there. Ain't no way around that. Them shits is doodoo pickers. You know what I'm saying? Jerky bites. You know what I mean? Get them shits the fuck out of here. Anyway, this episode has got to hit hard. This episode's got to hit hard. This is the episode before the finale. Now, I just want to rewind and look at all the episode 8s that we have had. Okay. Episode 8 of season 1 is when we were blessed with the story, the backstory of Boyd getting into town, the situation with his wife, and also him finding the talismans. And that was all in episode 8 of season 1. Episode 8 of season 2, I believe, was when Paula got broke at the end. And then the cicadas came out. When the cicadas came out and got the 3, I think that happened in episode 9. But episode 8 of season 3 was when we saw Julie's story walking. That was Julie's first story walk. What was the pivotal moment do you feel like was in episode 8, in this episode? This episode was definitely crazy. You know what I'm saying? All of the different episodes have their like layers in each season. And I think that's a planned thing. And I've talked about that before. We've already had 3 full seasons. In each of the seasons, the finale had Boyd with some type of fire item. Now, that's in every season. Season 1, he has his lighter and he's flicking the fire with his lighter because he's stuck in that well. Season 2, he's got the torch also lit with the lighter. And season 3, he's got the lantern and he is coming down the corridor, down the hatch, and he sees the monsters. And so all 3 seasons had that. And they continue to make these types of layers, pardon me. And I'm wondering what this episode will bring. You see what I'm saying? I'm wondering the big revelation that we're going to get this episode. I think episode 8's turning point could have been Jade reminding or remembering or reliving that whole being in the cavern systems sequence where he saw the roots up above. Maybe that's it. I don't know. You know, but the layers are what we're talking about. And it just makes me wonder what is actually going to happen this episode, you know? Now, we talked about a couple of things yesterday. We talked about some good stuff yesterday. You know, I like doing the early daytime live streams, and we'll touch on some of that stuff as well tonight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to start the panel a little bit early and, you know, see what you guys have to say. I'm going to start the panel a little bit early, let y'all come up and rock. We just going to be real quick with the panel. Not even the panel. We just going to be real quick with the questions. If you want to come up and give a thought or ask a question, that would be dope. Let me, we got a super chat by QLO 3229. Thank you for your generosity, fam. and it says, I noticed Boyd's quilt was heavily featured when Sophia was searching in his room. It's a log cabin quilt that is tied to Abe Lincoln because he is born in a log cabin, a nod to Abe Lincoln on the 47's birthday. And that right there is that's another one, a nod to Abe Lincoln. Now, a lot of things were said in this episode that I have heard Trump say. The biggest one was the shooting gallery thing, one way in, one way out. And and Trump said that before. But also another thing that Trump said was that he's the best president since Abe Lincoln. And so the Abe Lincoln shout out and the nod to Abe Lincoln on his birthday like that with this show is crazy. I mean, yo, I even want to say, like, even in Widow's Bay, I'm not going to spoil nothing, but somebody gets shot in the ear. You know what I mean? And there was the 47s and 45s all in that show. You had the 20s, 12s was real heavy as well. But we got Nicole and Ray come to join us. Nicole, thanks for joining. How you doing? What's on your mind?
Hey there. Yeah, thanks for having me up. I was thinking about the trees. I remember last time when I was up, I mentioned about Victor had talked about the trees moving in like episode 1 or 2 when he was talking with his dad. He said he thinks they moved. So I don't know if this has been on your radar yet, but if Jade's idea is to pull up the bottle tree, well, it's possible that there's nothing underneath if the trees have been moving since season 1. Like, it's not above the
You're cutting in and out.
That kind of sets up Jade. Oh, okay. My bad. Let me see here. Can you hear me better now?
I heard you. You just cut out a little bit when you were talking.
Sorry, I'm driving on my way back home, but I think the trees, I think the trees have been moving since season 1, which means that the bottle tree is no longer over the cavern. So I think that when they go to pull the tree up, doing Jade's idea, I think a lot of people are going to get killed because they'll be trapped in that cave with the monsters, and then that'll make the people turn on Jade, and I think Jade could die. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know if Jade's going to die this season at all. I think that Jade has a lot more to add to the story, and a lot more of his character needs to be fulfilled. Like, everybody that we seen die, we haven't really had a real big death other than Jim yet. You know, I mean, we could argue Father Khatri, you know what I'm saying? Some would even argue old girl from season 1, Alabaster Dragon girl.
Okay.
But
I was mad that the Alabaster girl died.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake to get rid of her and Khatri. You know what I mean? It was even a mistake to get. But you know, here's the thing. I think Jade may have a little bit more to his story to give before then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think he'll if he dies, he'll die next season. And I think he'll die doing something heroic.
Yeah, he's gonna die like Desmond in Lost.
Okay, I can see that. I haven't seen that death, but I could see anything related to Lost happening in From, because there's just so many different things. Thank you, Demo, for joining us as well. Ray, what's going on? Was that your question, Nicole? Was that all?
Yeah, that was the main thing on my mind. Thanks for having me up. I'll drop down and keep listening.
Indeed, no problem. Yo, Demo. So, Ray, what's going on with you?
What's happening, man? Saturday night.
What's on your mind? Saturday Night Live. We here. We rocking.
Hell yeah. I'm ready to get into it, man.
Indeed. What's going on? What's going on, Demo? What's going on with you? I know
Chilling.
I know we got to pick up that conversation we were having.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because I feel like maybe I came across a little more negative in the comments than I actually feel about the show. I do like the show, um, but
Super
it's
negative.
yeah. I didn't try to. I wasn't trying to be. I'm
You made me
bombastic
not
like
want to
that.
watch the show, Dino.
No, no, no. Watch the show. It's good. It's good.
No,
It's just
no, no, no. I get it. I get it. I didn't take it that way. I mean, I
okay.
knew that you were gonna have a valuable conversation with me about it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah. Because you said so. Normally, if somebody says to me, "Hey, watch this show, give it 4 episodes," I'm like, I'm not giving it 4 episodes. I'll give it one. I'll give it two. But you said give it 4 episodes. You had a very specific episode in mind that you were like, this was the moment. So I watched it up until that, and you were right. I hit that one moment, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'm kind of in for this. Um,
yo, from have a better episode than that?
I mean, I don't know. Episode
From's
one of
episodes
From
are
is
really
so
dope. I
good.
love From, but do they have an episode that spicy? Yeah.
That was
You
a
have
First
that
you
was
never
a
seen
crazy
that?
episode.
episode.
First episode.
Like,
The
yeah,
first
From
episode was crazy. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't spicy like that. That one.
I heard my wife was watching From. I wasn't even watching it, and I just heard parts of episode one from the other room, and I was like, "What are you watching? Can I watch it?" um, so my problem with the beginning of, and I say problem, it's not a huge problem of Widow's Bay is that, and again, I don't even want to say problem. It's just a very different show because like Widow's Bay has more of like a monster of the week kind of feel to it, where there's like a different legend or creature or mystical force every episode. Um, so and plus it's a comedy, which makes it hard to compare. But I'm
From
definitely
is
digging
from.
it.
I think I feel. Yo, for me, From strikes my sense of humor in that same way.
It's interesting.
Like Boyd talking about landscaping is not a plan. Like those kind of lines right
Yeah,
there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait, with the hands on fire.
yeah, the puppet running away with the hands on
That was
fire is
stupid.
classic, yo. Like, just everything about that whole scene. Ellis closing the door, and then the way he ran through
the
the
way he
woods.
ran off, that is funny, man. You're not
Yo,
wrong.
like I'm talking about the way he
Hilarious.
ran off was like side splitting humor to me. That's just my type of sense of
Well,
humor.
I think somebody that worked on Parks and Recreation works on Widow's Bay. So it
Okay.
kind of has that.
I have never watched an episode of that show.
I'm not a fan. A lot of people love it. I kind of see why it's not really for me. It's like that Office style comedy.
Yeah.
What show?
It's
The last time I watched a show like that was like I believe it was like the Drew Carey show or something.
What
yeah, and even
what
that
show?
was not quite as like uh The Office and Parks and Rec. To
Yeah,
me,
I don't get
that's
into
like
them kind of shows heavy.
that's like awkward white people comedy.
Right.
to put
Yeah,
it
yeah,
to put
yeah.
it
Some
away.
of it is stuff like I feel like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I could get into one if I tried, but I mean it's not really worth
It's not my jam.
it's
But
not
yeah,
my jam. Yeah.
I think one of the writers from Parks and Rec writes for Widow's Bay, and you can kind of tell that it has that feel like when you have all the characters in the mayor's office and stuff, how they're all
Hmm.
kind of quirky. Um, but the story and the setting and the backdrop is a lot more interesting. So I don't mind it as much in Widow's Bay. Uh, I just thought it was funny because there's even some like I'm pretty sure in episode I think it was episode 5. I'm pretty sure they made a direct reference to From when they were talking to the guy with the mushrooms. And he's like, yeah, a friend of mine took these mushrooms and he just kept drawing this symbol over and over again. He just kept drawing the same symbol. and it was just his handprint.
Yo, come on, bro. That was like
That shit made
straight
me
up
laugh.
from shit right there. That was just
Yeah.
and okay, so I that's in my notes for my Widow's Bay video. I'm gonna do a Widow's Bay
Dope.
video, maybe like
Yeah, I'll watch that.
maybe a series, and we're gonna talk about that show. I wish that From and Widow's Bay were not airing at the same time
Same time.
because I
Yeah.
would have been able to lock into Widow's Bay.
Uh-huh.
It definitely deserved that From look. You know, when I
Yeah.
went back and watched the episodes during the during From's hiatus, and Widow's Bay dropped 2 episodes that week when From went on a break. They dropped 2 episodes,
True.
like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah, yeah.
like, "Okay." So, you know, I went back and watched it. I was like, "Yo, this is full of stuff." You know what I mean? And then you
And you
had
know, I should probably
both of episode 5 of From and Widow's Bay were about mushroom trips.
true
So,
that. Yes.
you know what I'm saying? I thought that that was really dope. We got Slippy T with the super chat. Thank you so much for the generosity, fam. There's a comment that I wanted to speak about. Yaz's Sophie. I think Yaz's Sophie is the name there. And Yaz is Sophie says, what I am enjoying about this season is that even if the story is spoiled, we can still enjoy the show. It's not plot driven. I think there's more depth to it now. Now, I can agree with that. I definitely agree with where you're coming from as far as the the show is not just about the plot. There's a lot of symbolism, a lot of things to dig into with this show. And I think that's what you mean when you say that, you know, that's what you're enjoying about the show, even if there are spoilers. However, there are a lot of people here in this live stream that don't like to see spoilers. And me personally, I don't like to get like straight up spoilers. I like
Mhm.
to look at stuff from the actual studio. But the studio has been
Mhm.
spoiling stuff lately with
Yeah.
this show, which for whatever reason, I think it's because of the newcomers to the show, and that's probably the answer to that. But yeah, I totally get what you're saying there.
It's
Um,
weird with the trailers for the episodes, and they are kind of spoilery, but at the same time, if they had just taken those and put them at the end of the episode and been like, next time on From, I feel like I'd be less bent out of shape about it. It's weird.
yes. So if you're not caught up on what Demo and I are talking about, I'm asking a question here. You know, Dark Matter definitely is an excellent show. I can't wait for Dark Matter to come back. Waiting on Silo to come back. There's a lot of shows that are coming back that are going to be real fire. But what Demo and I are talking about is the comparison of season 1 Widow's Bay, now that we have reached the finale, compared to season 1 of From. Now, in my opinion, I think From definitely had the strong pilot episode that hooked us all. Once we saw what happened to little Megan, I
We
think
ain't
we
got
were
the
hooked
finale
right
yet
after
though.
that. Once we saw the granny monster at the window, I think we were I think we were all locked in, right? And the episode was good. Like after they come back from the intro, then Frank getting slapped by Boyd, I
Yeah.
mean, that locked us in even more. Like there's elements to that first episode that were just really crazy. However, I feel like Widow's Bay as a whole season, not just the one pilot episode,
Mm.
as a whole season, I think it executed way better than From's first season. When you watched From's first season, you only left with knowing who found the talisman. That's the
Yeah, you
only
were
Right.
left
thing
with a
it
bunch of
answered.
questions.
There was nothing else answered. There was nothing else given to us whatsoever. And they continued this for another season. And then it made the reveal of the actual mysteries, like the reincarnation. They weren't as good as you thought they were going to be. You know what I'm saying? Especially the way that information was delivered to us. But I'm just talking about Widow's Bay's first season. Yes, the first 2 episodes very slow. The third episode a little bit more tasty. But the fourth episode was
It
probably
was
the
it,
best thing on TV that we've seen this
that was
year so
crazy,
far.
man. because when those people like bugged out like that, like you saw for like a split second, you saw them in the mirror and they looked
Oh
all
yeah.
bugged out.
Oh man.
And as soon as I saw that in the mirror, I was like, "Am I tripping? Like, what did I
Right.
just see?"
What did I just see? I had to rewind it and I said, wait a minute, what? Like, so
Yeah, no, that was
without spoiling it, it was those little types of details that made that episode the best thing on
it,
television for
another
2020.
thing I'll give Widow's Bay too is they had that one episode that was like historical. Um, and normally I get bored to death of like historical fiction. I'm just not into it. But they did that one episode really well because I can't remember the name of the character, the original founder of the town.
The founder? Okay, yeah.
But that guy, that actor was good. That way that character was like written and portrayed was cool.
Oh
And they
yeah,
managed to
everything
keep it
about that.
funny.
That's the guy from Midnight Gospel.
Yeah. No, he's
Yeah,
decent. Is that
yeah.
his real voice, or are they putting a lot of effects on it?
I think that he actually does that voice. You know what
Jesus
I'm saying?
Christ, that's a
He
wild
does
voice,
that.
man.
You know what I'm saying? I think he actually does that voice. I thought that that voice was real dope and everything. It was funny. It wasn't even really dope. It was like a funny. It made me laugh.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
his
yeah,
whole
yeah.
character made me laugh.
In the
Like,
episode where I don't know if this is too spoilery, but the episode where they dig him up and bring him
oh
out to the
yeah,
ocean,
yeah. We
that
don't
was
want to. Yeah, we don't want to spoil it with that stuff. If those
that was
who
great.
haven't seen Widow's Bay definitely don't want to spoil that part.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That whole
Please
episode,
don't.
that whole episode was the funniest episode.
Yes, yes, 100%. Well, and it's because that character, the founder, is such a great like. He's so serious and dark and mysterious, but then he does like these ridiculous things.
That just
Uh,
made you laugh your ass off. Yeah, like
yeah,
no cap, no cap. We
a little.
have Jessica Pruitt in the building with the super chat. Mind you, it's 747. Thank you so much for your generosity, Jessica. And she says, I wonder why Miranda goes to the bottle tree at night. Why not go during the day? Maybe an eclipse or the a reason the show hasn't revealed yet. Now, I don't think that it was an eclipse. I think that she knew she was going at nighttime. Okay. And how do we know this? Because before she left, she told Victor to go find a different hiding space where Christopher did not know where he was at. So you're right. The question is, why did Miranda choose to go at nighttime? So I don't think that there was an eclipse there because she was fully aware that it was hiding time when she left. You see what I'm saying? Um, Now the thing about it is, what about Christopher? Uh, why did she want him to hide from Christopher? What did Christopher do? Now it was kind of implied that Christopher caused the deaths of the people. It was kind of implied that Christopher may have even been the reason why everybody dies, right? And I think that it could be that. However, I don't think it's that in the form of him just randomly becoming violent or anything of that nature. I think Christopher played the song. He got the information about the reincarnation. He probably talked to Miranda about it, and she did not want that information to be told to Victor and Eloise. And this is probably why she told them to hide somewhere where he couldn't find it. He probably told the rest of the townspeople, which caused some kind of bullshit in the town and left them vulnerable to be eaten. Now, we do know that they didn't have talismans. And so something must have been going on that got the people out of their hiding places for every single one of them to get killed. You see what I'm
Or
saying?
somebody told the monsters where all the hiding spaces were, and they
If
knew where to find them.
Oh, okay. So
if
here
I'm
we go.
remembering correctly,
Here, okay. So
Victor gave the same story about Christopher as he gave about the man in yellow. He came to the town. He was cool at first, and then all of a sudden, He wasn't
and he
cool no more.
and he wasn't cool no more. Yes, indeed, the same kind of archetype.
Yeah,
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. Um, and but here's the thing: we seen Christopher's the way he was killed. The way he was killed was his neck was slashed. Okay, now with his neck being slashed, I mean, let's say that he did. Let's say that he went full Abby and just started telling the monsters where the people were. And one of them came up out of there and said, "You motherfucker," and slashed him real quick. You
Blast
know what
him.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or something like that. You telling that where everybody's sleeping, that motherfucker, you hiding? All right. And they went ahead and slashed his ass real quick or something like that. I don't know, but I'm thinking that if the story is the people find out about the reincarnation, they start hating them, the hatred turns into violence, then I think Christopher told the people that, and I think that Miranda didn't want Victor to know about that information because what happens? Knowledge comes at a cost. Once Jim heard about that information, it cost him his life. And I think Miranda, let's just say Henry's telling the truth about her paintings and all of that. Let's just go along with it. Miranda probably knows more than we think she knew as far as like her painting all of those paintings and stuff. When she got there, stuff probably started coming to her mind. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, all of this is from one acid trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like she continued to do acid, and that's the part that's
Right.
perplexing to me. You know what I'm saying? We have another super chat down here. Hold on, let me scroll down. Saggy Star, thank you so much for your generosity, sis. And she says, personally, I feel like if we do not have this community across different channels, I think a lot of us would have fell off of this show. That's a very interesting thing. I definitely agree that this show produces that water cooler type of environment, right? Where we all come to these different platforms,
yeah.
Facebook groups, Reddit threads,
The
YouTube
zeitgeist.
channels, comment sections, and and we discuss the show that we've been watching. And
Yeah.
I do agree. Like, probably if we didn't have that, only people that would really be watching the show are the real sleuths and the people who are
Yeah.
really involved with that, you know.
I'd be watching it regardless, but it's
Yeah,
kind of
I'd be
fun.
one of those watching it regardless. Yeah, me too.
It's almost like a little ritual we got though with that is fun. Like, hey, we all get together 2 hours before the show, sometimes afterwards, and it definitely makes it a lot more enjoyable. That's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's
Luna
also like
Cascade
getting
and the
extra
founder versus
show.
the wife of Chef's
You
Kiss.
only
Oh
get an
my
hour
God.
of the
Yeah.
show, but if you get to talk about
Yeah,
it and do some other
forever,
shit
right?
with it, you get more show.
Hey Ray, that Chrono Trigger shit's living in my head.
I'm
Um,
telling you,
so you remember in that game when Chrono dies and then you have to get like a dummy and replace him?
you have to get a golem.
Yeah, dude, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, and
Yo,
and what was crazy about it for me
so
was
so
I came
for
up
real,
with
because
this
you didn't.
theory before they had the golem on the show, and when they showed the golem, I was like, okay, if
So
they
see, that's
use
what
that
I'm
golem
saying,
to
bro. You
resurrect
need to.
somebody,
I wish you would have had. Did you make a video and put it out?
nah, I haven't.
Oh, you got to make a video. I told you I'll help you whatever you need. Like, just get your facts and stuff together. Get your Bible for your theory together, and just like I think, in my opinion, if you're not like a writer or you don't know how to feel around writing a script, try writing an essay.
Yeah,
Try just getting your phone and just record yourself going over your thoughts and go get the pictures that coincide with that, put them together, cook up the video so we can watch it. I wish you would have done this shit when you had this theory because man, we would have been shouting you out for this Gollum stuff for sure. Like,
nah, I feel you. I feel you.
in
I
the
appreciate that.
game,
I'm gonna
real,
definitely. That's some encouragement, man. I'm gonna get on it, man.
there's a character that dies in the game, but like you go and you find like a doll, like a golem, like a fake copy of him, and go back in time and you replace his original dying corpse with the doll so that you save his life.
Without messing up
With,
time. That's the important
so
part.
Without
it's kind
messing
of
up time.
and it's
Yeah.
kind of like the
Interesting.
golem in the show could be used to go back and replace Jim or another character that had died. You know what I'm saying? To prevent him from dying, they kill the golem instead. It could be weird, man. I'm with it.
Very interesting. Something that we talked about yesterday that I definitely want to talk about today now that I have two people up here joining me. By the way, everybody, Real Enigmas Live. If you go type in Real Enigmas Live, somebody please, one of my mods, if you have the link to Real Enigmas Live channel, drop that in the comments so that people can click on that page. That will be the page where this live right now is also being broadcasted over there. If you want to watch it over there, you can watch them here. It doesn't matter to me, but I will be going live from that channel, just having random music business discussions, music events, news, whatnot. We'll be talking about the music industry over there, real heavy. As a lot of people know, and some people know even more, but my field is music, and so we'll talk over there. But these streams will also be broadcasting over there, so you'll catch these over there at the Real Enigmas Live channel as well. Yesterday, I was having a discussion with the chat about um about this picture that Victor was drawing. Okay. And it caught my attention real heavy. Hold on. Let me pull up the other picture as well. This one right here. Okay, so these two pictures right here, okay, the one of Donna and the one of Victor's drawing were both in the last episode. Okay. Now, I've done about 4 videos about this picture, or at least mentioning this picture right here, which is one of Ellis's drawings. And you can see it right there behind Donna in the background right here. Okay. Now, to me, this picture has always looked like two men, right? And I don't know. I see it clearly. Now, Terrence said he saw something else in this picture. I don't know if you guys see something else, but it looks clear as day to me, especially the way that I've got the picture turned right here. It looks clear as day that this is two men holding children, right?
Yeah, that's
Under
what I
their
see.
arms. That's what I see. And if you look right here, you can also see that they have frilled collars. Okay. They have frilled collars, and you can really see it on the guy on your left really well. Now, I brought that up because the Victor drawing. All right, so just a quick context, real quick. Victor goes up on top of the damn roof, acting like he's gonna jump. Boyd goes up there with Kenny. They have a discussion. He tells a creepy story about a guy who jumped off and couldn't die right away, and so it took him some days to die. And Boyd asked Victor, "Hey, we're trying to find out some information about the man in yellow. Can you help us?" Victor said, "Yes, I will try." And then he immediately goes to his room and starts drawing pictures. Okay. And he said that he's doing this to try to remember. And then Ethan came to his room and they were
Yeah.
coloring together. Okay. So sit with that for a second. Now we see Victor again in this last episode, 408, and he is still sitting there drawing pictures. So Victor is literally trying to remember through drawing these pictures. Now, when you look at this, let me get rid of these two real quick so that we can do some zooming in. Now, when you look at this picture, first of all, you see Victor's fucked up artwork that hasn't improved in 40 years. You know what I'm saying? The hand that he's drawn actually looks like this. Ain't cooey, cuz. Okay. And Victor's artwork is just trash. However, we're not here for the art, right? We're here for the message behind the art, right? It's
Mhm.
the thought that counts, guys. Like, let's grow up here. Like, never mind. I'm just joking. But he's drawing the man in yellow, and the man in yellow appears to be holding a child. I'm sure that we can all agree that this is a child. This child,
Mhm.
this child is much smaller than the man in yellow, and I'm wondering if he is remembering Eloise being eaten. I wonder
Yeah.
if this is actually him remembering Eloise being eaten, because I'm sure we can agree that this is a child. And I found it very odd that this picture is also in this episode, and these guys appear to be carrying the child in the same way up under the
Yeah.
arm like that. So, what are your thoughts on that, Demo?
Well, my first thought is, why are there two of them? Like, if so, I guess way my brain goes is like, okay, if these pictures are related outside of the fact that they're carrying children, then how come in one picture there's two of them and in one picture there's only one? So I would ask, it's like, okay, is there a corollary to the man in yellow? Is there another force equal but opposite of the man in yellow that would give us two figures? Am I making sense?
Yeah. Yes.
Um,
Yes.
but it is interesting.
Okay,
Is-
multiple figures. We do have multiple children. You know what
right.
I'm saying? And so, like, maybe this was a part of the original sacrifice. Maybe this could be a part of that original sacrifice. Remember, these aren't like just regular townspeople. This
Mm.
is a town back in time. This had to happen many, many, many cycles ago. So, obviously, this might be a picture of the first situation. I want to
Yeah.
also
So,
point out that Ellis also drew Tabitha at the tower, at the lighthouse. I don't know if y'all remember me putting that in a video, but I talked about that maybe in season 2.
season two.
In a video after season 2, I pointed out that Tabitha in the lighthouse can be seen in one of Ellis's drawings.
Oh, I must have missed that one.
Where
Oh yeah.
where was the drawing that you're talking about, Sean?
Hmm. Hold on. Let me see if I can actually find it and pull it up. But go ahead, guys, talk amongst yourselves about this situation with the, you know, with
I,
the with the men here.
I wonder if
But
it's related, because when Tabitha sees the kids, when Tabitha sees the kids, she often sees a pair, a boy and a girl. In Miranda's paintings in the basement, there's that one big picture where there's the two Ankui kids kind of overlapping. You know what I'm talking about on that one.
yeah, I do
Um,
remember that.
so we know that somewhere involved in all of this is a pair of children. You know what I mean? But every piece of information we have so far is just talking about Jaden Tabitha's kid, Jaden
You
Tabitha's
think
kid,
it's on
Jaden
some?
Tabitha's kid.
You
Yeah,
think
just
it's on some twin
their
shit?
daughter.
Yeah, so we're missing a whole half of
Are we
this
dealing?
story.
Are we dealing with twins?
Yeah, or what?
Well, they
And
didn't say that they had twins. I think
right,
that would be real corny if they add that in later. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
However, uh two of the other children could have been twins. And I do notice that in the promo material where it shows the Ankui kids, the one that was Jade and Tabitha's daughter is not in the
it's
picture.
not there.
Did
Interesting.
they ever say that they only had two children?
No, they
No,
said they had one. They had the daughter.
well, you have Tabitha and Miranda both had two children, so
Oh, right.
Okay.
But
you
this
know,
picture, like you said, I think an important detail that you
Maybe
pointed out
maybe having one more broke
is
something.
these are
That's
both of
that's
these
why
people
Thomas
carrying
that's
these
why Thomas
kids
died.
are men. They're, you know what I mean? So it's not a man and his wife, right? It's two
right,
it's two dudes. They each have a kid in
right.
this picture.
Okay, I
So
found the picture of Tabitha
it
at the
makes me
tower.
wonder if it's two different fathers from two different families.
Hmm. Two
Had,
different
did,
fathers
did
with two
any
different
other
families.
did any other iteration of the two couples have a third child that died?
I don't know.
We don't know.
All of that is information that we just don't know.
That's the stuff that made me really start thinking now, because they didn't just have two children; they had a third child.
Yeah, right.
Okay, hold on a second here. So what I gotta do is put this in here. Copy on the 408.
Did I ever tell you about that? How I think whatever this outside organization is, uh, are responsible for the death of little Thomas because they only needed the three. They
That's in.
needed them.
That's
I
very.
I can see it happening
That's
if
very.
if it's explained right in the show. I can see it happening and being okay with me.
Because
But they
that's
gotta
another
explain it right.
important part. Is Thomas is another important part of this story that we don't really know much about.
Big Hex in the building said, "I'll be lurking while doing chores." I'm not mad at you at all, but I can dig it though, because sometimes, like, if we talking about like specific pictures and throwing stuff up there, you might have to put the turn the vacuum cleaner off for a quick second and run over there and look at what real talking about real quick. So I definitely dig it. You know what I'm saying? Love to have Big Heck in the building as always. I see Susie Seashell in the building with us as well. You know what I'm saying? Good to have them as well in the building. Hold on, let's see here. Who else we got? Da, 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 da. Uh, where Percy at? I know Percy probably talking some good stuff right now. We have a super chat from Slime Zoe in the building. What's going on, fam? Thank you for your generosity. And the super chat says theory. Sophia shows Clara Tilly when asked if remember, take a closer look. You know, we're not going to get into that. I definitely thank you for your engagement, but we're not going to get into that too much. I know a lot of people don't want to, be spoiled on what's coming up next in the episode. We're just like pretty much preparing and getting ready for the episode. You know what I'm saying? We are on the other channel. Hey, that's what's up. Thank you so much for being over there and showing some engagement. Percy said, I see blankets like infested garments they be using against the indigenous, maybe. Yes. I remember Terrence said that. Terrence said it looks like they were carrying blankets. But to me, it definitely looks like they're carrying children. They're
Yeah,
carrying. And while I'm at it, I definitely have to show you the picture that Ellis drew that has Tabitha, shows Tabitha at the tower. Now, first, I want to just lay a little groundwork first. So you see Tabitha at the tower, at the lighthouse with the boy in white. You see,
Mhm.
she's there with him, the boy in white. We have the fisher's net all over the place. These rhombi or these triangle patterns that you see in the window. Okay, these are called the fisher's net, which is made by the Vesica Pisces. And we also see these circle within circle patterns on the reflector panes of the
Yeah,
actual tower. And we see that one of them's broke. Some of them are
broken.
actually broke. So somebody broke this before. Okay.
Yeah,
Somebody broke this before. And I had a theory. What happens if you put the fire out at the lighthouse? I mean,
yeah,
all of the houses have electricity. Colony House has electricity. All of these houses are fitted for electricity that we see, the diner, all of that. But in this tower, they actually have a fire burning for the light. How come there's no electricity there? So let that take us to Ellis's drawing, okay? And we see the woman's face right here. Is that the woman's face? Can you guys see the woman's face right there?
okay.
Do you see the
Oh
woman's
yeah,
face
yeah,
right there?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then I
And
see the concentric circles
then you
over
see the
to her
circles
right.
as well. Okay. And then you see the circles over here, and one of them is broke because it breaks off right here. You
Oh
can see the
right.
light. You
Yeah, I
see?
do see that.
And I interpret
Huh.
this as a vision of Tabitha at the lighthouse. That's how I interpret it. Or it could be another traveler or reincarnation of Tabitha at that lighthouse. I wonder if Tabitha's the only one who made it to the lighthouse. That's another question.
Man,
Well, know that Miranda didn't make it.
the longer I look at this
Here they are
picture,
side by side where you can see it right there.
and this is an Ellis picture.
And this is one of Ellis's drawings in his room.
That's something in general that doesn't, I don't think, get enough attention is Ellis's drawings. Like, obviously, this show is telling us that drawings are an important piece of information, but we don't see too much of Ellis's stuff or understand why he's drawn it in the first place.
Yes, why
Or-
is he drawing some of the things that he's drawing? And I mean, you can see that there's something there with this drawing here. Give me a 1 in the chat if you agree that Ellis's drawings may be showing something deeper that we haven't really been talking about or paying attention to, especially coupled with this drawing here and the Victor drawing. I think that I've always said that they were holding children. I think that these look like heads right here, and these look like their arms, and they look like they're in white gowns,
yeah,
like the
like the
children were
Cooley
wearing.
kid.
Yeah, like the Cooley kids were wearing the white gown, and
Yeah.
that's just how it looks to me. But
And-
you guys, let me know what
oh,
you think.
this is what I wanted to ask you is the picture of the two guys carrying the kids. Where was that in the show? Like,
It's
what was
in it's in Ellis's room.
so this is in Ellis's room. So, we've not seen that picture before, I'm guessing then, huh?
Yes, we have seen that picture before. I've seen it. That's how I got the picture.
What
I got it
episode is it
because
from?
I don't know what episode it's from. Let me look and see if I have like I zoom. This is a zoomed in version of the picture. So let me look and see if I actually have like a version of the shot. But it's in Ellis's room. Hold on.
Um,
Damn, did I go right to it? No, I did go to Ellis's room. Yeah, we got to find that picture in Ellis's room. I don't know where I got it from, like what episode it is, what episode I got it from, but it's definitely in his room on the wall, hanging up.
I'm telling you, this season's given me a lot to go back and look at. Like that last conversation with Man in Yellow and Tabitha, that like kind of like hard confirms a ton of shit and like
Give me all your
deconfirms a lot of
confirmation.
stuff.
Give me all your confirmations from that conversation.
I was gonna rewatch the episode and make a list, but I'm gonna try my from memory. For one, we know that it's Man in Yellow posing as Thomas.
Yeah,
We know he's the one that manipulates all of the electronic listening devices, phones,
we don't know that he's the
jukeboxes.
one that we don't know about the jukeboxes though.
Yeah, well, so this I would say is a soft confirm that he does the
What
jukeboxes.
is the confirmation on the
So
jukebox?
we know that Man in Yellow is messing with Henry's head,
Right.
and that song Blue messes with his head even more. So it seemed like it was an intentional thing that the Man in Yellow was doing
To
to
mess with his
continue
head.
messing with
Okay.
his head.
So here's how I interpret that. If I'm trying to get Henry to buy into this whole idea that he is in a drug induced coma, having a hallucination, the last thing I'm going to do is remind him of Tabitha in that song and being in the car with her.
I see.
That's the last thing I would try to remind him of. You know what I'm saying? Now,
So the
when the
song was
when the
playing in his dream too.
when the song came on, okay, so there you go. You're just reinforcing that situation. Like, okay, it was like a move made by some, like, let's say perhaps there's another entity that is against the Man in Yellow.
Okay. Yeah, I
Right. And I'm
yeah.
going to be a little bit long-winded with this one because I want to go right into the next point that kind of puts a little cement on this for us, right? Let's say perhaps there's another entity that is trying to fight what the man in yellow is doing, right? They're playing a game. And we know that they've been talking about playing games on the show really heavy, right?
Yeah, I'm with you on
So
all of this.
let's say that was a chess move. Oh, you messing with Henry's mind? Oh, we're gonna remind him of Tabitha and the connection to Miranda.
Yep.
And then the man in yellow, he makes a counter move, and his counter move is to actually play the song Blue in the hallucination to kind of snap him back into that hallucination. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
I
all
can
right.
see that.
So here's where the cement comes in to kind of solidify this theory, right? When Miss Lou was killed and Kenny came back to the town, he was in the diner, and the diner played the song Celebration. So Celebration's playing on the radio. Kenny snaps out and breaks the fucking radio, which, by the way, I believe is now fixed. Which, by the way, seems, if
Yeah,
I'm not
just all of a
mistaken,
sudden.
it's the same radio that Henry heard. It's because if you're coming into the diner, it's a radio that's on the right side. That's in
Yeah.
front of like the closer to the cash register and stuff like that.
I think I could be wrong on this. I think so all
Now
those
let me
jukeboxes
just
have the
finish.
glass front.
Now
I
let me
think
just finish this one point, right?
yeah, yeah.
Let me just finish. So it plays Celebration. Now, here we are in season 4. The crows come in during the funeral, and Julie tells her mom that it felt like the crows were celebrating. Now, my theory is that the crows might actually be the people when they die, right? Because if they're stuck there, then what form are they stuck there in? And why
Yeah.
in the hell was that rat eating a crow in the tunnel? You see what I'm saying? So this shows now the forces that could be against the man in yellow could be all the people that are dead there, and they could possibly the only thing that they can really do is like send messages via the radio, and possibly some of the voices that Sarah was hearing as well.
So there's a lot of that I'm for sure jiving with, because I've also kind of thought that there was, so there's, to me it's obvious that there's some kind of counter to Man in Yellow, just because since season 1 episode 1, every single episode you see yellow blue always superimposed on each other. So I definitely think that if Man in Yellow is a representative of that one, of that pairing, then there's got to be a person that also is represented by blue. So I've always thought that there was some kind of chess game.
I have some soft proof that the voices that Sarah is hearing might not all be the man in yellow. And I
Oh
have
yeah,
some proof. Now let me ask you
I'm
this.
with you on that.
Does the man in yellow act as if he wants to leave?
It's hard to read what this guy wants, because when he was talking to Tabitha, he almost kind of talked like a kid. Maybe that was just me, but
He talked like a distant lover.
I get a sense like he was kind of
He
like,
kissed her hand and everything.
that's true.
He kissed her
Just,
hand, and the way he kissed her hand was a sign of respect, like utmost
yeah,
respect. Like he bowed and kissed her hand. You feel me? Like he lowered his head towards her. You see
that's
what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Now here's the thing. He doesn't strike me as somebody that is trying to leave this place. And Sarah has explicitly said that
They want to.
some of the voices saying that they want to get out of there too. They're trapped and
Yeah.
all of that too. And so he doesn't act like somebody that's trapped. He acts like somebody that's in like a literal playground where he's having fun. He's having, doing things that he wants to do to cause the confusion that
Mhm.
he wants to see what this version of the town is going to do this time.
Yeah, like
You
it's
know,
almost like a TV show for him.
yes, indeed.
Because I did think
Like,
it was interesting.
Luna said right there, like Tabitha has some OG rank. Like Like the OG Tabitha has some rank, but
Mm.
like Tabitha has some OG rank. He was like, "Yo, kill you, heavens no,
Right,
not
right,
yet,
yeah.
at least." You see what I'm saying? So he is an adversary. He is an adversary. But
Yeah,
the only reason why you would keep her alive at this point is if you were playing some sort of game. Because if
yeah.
the object of the game was to eliminate him, why not just kill her right there? That
Right
must
there and
not be
there.
the object.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with all this. Um, I don't know. I still think so. Elgin said something last episode that I think is the writers telling us where we are in this story. And Elgin says they throw so many lies at you that they'll just toss you the truth and you won't even notice it because there's just so many lies. Um, and I think that's kind of where we're at in this show, where there's a lot of misdirection on account of people like Man in Yellow, et cetera, et cetera. And like out of everything that we have, I think only one bit of it is actual like the truth. I just don't know which bit.
Now, here's my thing for this season. I haven't really focused too much on theories within like the last two videos. And even
Mm.
going forward, I'm not going to really focus too much on theories. And the reason why is because there have been leaks. Now, I
Yeah.
haven't seen the leaks, but I don't want to get something right and then somebody
And
says,
then
"Yo, he
yeah,
saw the
no.
leaks." You see what
I
I'm
I
saying?
I totally get what you're saying because like these past 2 weeks I stopped watching pretty much any from content, no social media, anything except for you and sometimes Tony, because I know I can trust you guys to not put this shit in your podcast. Or I don't know, I don't want to name names because I don't even know the guy's name, but wasn't there somebody who got a screener and then made a quote unquote prediction and got it right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that happened with two creators last
Yeah,
season.
no, I
That
don't
shit's
fucking deal with that
corny as
shit,
hell
man.
to me. That shit's corny to me. Like, you know what I mean? If you get the screeners, then you shouldn't even be doing any theory.
Yeah, for
You
real.
could do because most people do just plain old recaps anyway, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. Recap is one thing, but doing theory,
but doing theories and then getting half of your shit right, and then the other half was like preposterous, and it just looks like you threw that shit in there just to get some shit wrong on purpose. And
right,
it's
right,
like,
right.
you know what I mean? Like that shit was real lame last season. I thought it was corny. I just think it's a shitty approach to content creation. I
Yeah,
strive to
I
be
think so.
original. I try to do shit
Well,
that others are
it's
not doing.
just it's just fake. It is like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
it's what
what
it
do
is.
you
It's
get
just
from that? What do you get from that? Like
no, like it's like same people that like cheat on video games online. It's just like what do you what? A bunch of strangers think you're cool for a second? Like I don't get it.
yeah, exactly. Like what is it? Like people think you're cool for a second and then, but if now here's the thing, if something happens that I said a long time ago
Hmm.
and I can show you and I can show I first of all, I don't like to make claims like, yo, I said this or I predicted this without showing the receipts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And,
for real.
even if it's a video that they took down, I still have the fucking video and I can
Mm-hmm.
show you know what I'm saying, that I said it and you can tell that it's an older video. But I'm just like I said, I'm gonna stay away from the theories for the rest of the season. We only got two more episodes anyway. In fact, of which is one of them is less than an hour. And I'm just gonna enjoy the ride, point out the symbolism, and possibly point out things that I got correct and that other creators get correct. I've been pointing out, I wish I'd be, like I said, I wish I could be pointing out right now about Soul Taker '06,
Mm.
Gollum theory. I mean,
Yeah, me too.
I wish I shout out Tony quite often. You know
Yeah,
what
I like Tony's shit, man.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And Taryn, my man Taryn, you know what I'm saying? I shout him out because his shit is flying through more than anything that I've seen from any other creator this season.
It's wild. I saw him on.
The Sebastian. What did you think about? Yo, listen to me, bro. Taryn has been talking about John Cabot's son Sebastian since I've known him. Since
I
I've known him, I didn't
don't mean
even
to
know
laugh, but
John. Taryn educated me about John Cabot's
I
children. I
believe it.
knew about John Cabot, but I didn't know about his children. I never really studied that. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like he studied that shit, and he said that we're gonna see John Cabot and we're gonna see Sebastian and all of this. And I said, nah, bro, they're not gonna do that. But they will throw some things in there that will give the symbolism of that thread. And
yeah.
here we are with Victor's fake son, Sebastian.
Sebastian. Yeah, the one
What
that
are
did
your
it for
thoughts
me.
on that? What do you think that is?
So this is Taryn's world that I appreciate but don't live in. You know what I mean? It's a because I'm not super huge into history. I'll talk about a lot of different things, but history, I read it when I need to educate myself on something. I don't usually go out and seek it, so
Mhm.
I'm entirely unfamiliar.
Okay,
I love
okay.
history, but I'm not familiar with that particular part.
Yeah, that's the same here. I wasn't familiar with like the sons. I knew about John Cabot, the expedition. I just didn't know like the details and the strong details. I mean, this guy's talking. He's Terrence able to tell you who was on the fucking boat with him. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
the
yeah.
guy that had peaches was on the boat. He said several people were on the boat. I can't remember like all of them that were with him, but there was a sheriff on the boat, there was a bride on the boat, there was a pregnant woman on the boat. There was some other people like that kind of coincide with what we see. There was a priest on the boat and like a Catholic priest on the boat, and he has their names and every fucking thing. And these are like real people in history that actually existed that were actually on these boats and whatnot, and their names and everything and different items that they brought with them are showing up in the show. Like Taryn is definitely locked in. Now,
Don't ever
I
get on
said to
Terrence's
Taryn that
bad
they I
side.
said that I said to Taryn that they were listening to our podcast. I said they were listening to us and they put the shit in there. And Taryn says, well, maybe we just got it right. Which one do you think it is? I think it's a little of both.
That's what I was gonna say.
Same here.
Because like just a simple fact of the matter is that like we wait a year or two between seasons, but they've been working on that season for 3 years. So like, if it was something from long enough ago, they could have been like, okay, let's throw that in there. But like if somebody says something on a podcast and then 3 episodes later it shows up, like that's I think just kind of a lucky guess. But if you said something like long ago, like the tarot cards, right? Because he was talking about tarot cards real early, and then they showed up later in the Mountie on
Well,
the.
no,
I think
no,
they
no.
listen
Yeah, the
to it,
Mountie
and
is
then
something
they,
that they
if
definitely.
it's something good,
Well, here's the
go ahead.
thing
I'm
about the
sorry.
tarot cards, right? The show started before we did any theories.
Right.
So the show lays out its first season, and then we start doing theories and creating theories. Some people were creating theories, from day one, like Tony. Like he was on YouTube from day one with this show,
Mm.
creating theories. But Taryn so the tarot card shit was there already. Because how did Taryn see it? So
Right.
they actually used that. So I don't think that they saw Terrence theory and then put the tarot cards in there. I think it was already there. You know what I'm saying? I don't
I'm
think that they saw me talking about Vesica Pisces, ovum, and eggs and shit, and then decided to put
And
Taryn
then right.
egg and all that.
I'm a straw
I don't
man
think
that
that's
for a
what
second,
happened.
Well,
because
because I think
the
they kind of.
creators,
I think that was already baked in there.
Well, I'm
But
Well,
just
they
saying the
knew.
people that created this, they created Lost, and Lost was the same type of show. Like it was the
Yeah,
first
they
time that I saw people watch the show and then after
and
the show talk about the show and come up with theories and stuff like that.
yeah. I lived
And
through
I'm
that,
sure
man.
that they learned. I'm just straw manning. I'm sure that they learned that we can use some of this stuff, and why not?
Yeah,
It's
I,
that's cheap labor.
I think they put a lot of.
not cheap labor, bro.
I mean, it's them free ideas.
Right? Okay. Okay. We working for free over this motherfucker, huh?
Right?
Yeah,
We
that's what
writing
it
the
feel
show
like
for 'em.
sometimes.
No, but
Nah,
I think they do that.
I think it's really good.
I think they know what kind of stuff people are going to say and front load it. Because even when Dale was talking about, oh, it's a pocket universe, so like the writers knew that somebody somewhere was going to be like, oh, wait a minute, maybe they're in a pocket dimension. Let's have Dale say something about it. They're doing stuff like that all the time. Like blasting people's theories out of the water, right on the air.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. We wouldn't have been saying those theories if they didn't put it in there. So
Put
it's
them
a
in there, right?
so what you're saying is like a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Like they put some shit out there, we notice it, we talk about it and expound on it. They watch what we expounded on, add a little bit of that in there. We say, see, look, this is what we told you. Then we expound a little more. They add a little more. I think and see, here's the thing. I definitely believe that this season was definitely designed to start converging all of the theories together to
mm-hmm.
where I think everybody's going to get a lot of stuff right and a lot of stuff wrong.
Yeah, and I think we'll know for sure on a lot of it soon.
Yes, and I think that this episode is going to give us some answers that we definitely are going to be chewing on. I
Let me
think
ask you a question.
this episode is going to spawn some of the best videos of From that we
Yeah,
have
no,
seen.
it's gonna be wild. I think by the end of the
These
season.
two episodes are both the videos from the people who dig deep with theories and stuff like that in their videos. These two episodes are going to be gold mines for the theory.
Yeah, or it's just gonna wipe out some theories too.
Do you think? Okay, yeah, most definitely. I mean, once things are revealed, then people who were wrong were definitely wrong. So
Mm.
You
yeah,
might
as
have to eat
things
some
get
hot
revealed,
chips.
yeah, you know, um,
Yeah, we're
yo,
definitely narrowing down.
you know, sometimes I'm all right. So let's get back to this image real quick. Let's get back to this image. So we already agreed that this is a child he's holding. And do you think that this is him remembering Eloise, or is it just some random child that was there with him?
I could see it either way. It doesn't sell me either way. um, if it were Eloise, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't necessarily think that it is. I guess.
Here's the thing.
I think we need some Eloise action. I think we're
I think
due
so
It
too.
for
doesn't
it.
for me. It doesn't look good.
Right, right. If it
It's
is
not looking
Eloise,
good. It's not looking good. Victor
yeah,
said he remember finding pieces of her. I hope we do not get a flashback with the man in yellow eating Eloise. That would
yeah. I think that would be a little bit of a letdown.
I'm almost 100% sure that she's alive.
That's
okay.
how I feel. And the longer we wait, the more I think that like,
Yo, we literally have gotten no information about Eloise at all. Like
yeah,
since we've got information about Eloise like last season that
hmm
she possibly died, there's been nothing about her at
did
all.
nothing, right? Not even a
And
mention, really.
she hasn't really even been mentioned at all. And it was the same way in the third season. Like Henry didn't mention her at all in Frumlin at all.
Yeah.
He mentioned her one time when they were at his house, but he never mentioned he doesn't mention her at all. I
No, I
found
know.
that very strange.
Yeah. Man, they better not disappoint me with this Eloise thing. Why even start it up if you ain't gonna finish
If
it?
if they just kill Eloise, if they just kill Eloise and Eloise is already dead, then that was just the most pointless thing.
Yeah, it was just
I want to
I
ask
agree.
you two questions.
Agree.
What happened to the dogs?
you know what? That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. What happened to them dogs?
Hey, did you notice with the dolls? There's three of them. Two women and a man, or two girl dolls and a boy doll, however you want to phrase it. And then there's also three people that were chained up
Yes.
during the cicadas, and it was two women and a man. I wonder if that's connected in any way. But I don't want to. It's too theory-ish.
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you about the dolls. I do not think those dolls are the same dolls that the man threw in the water.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think
It just
somebody made
doesn't
those big
fit
ones.
what yeah, I think somebody I think those big dolls were made out of humans, just like they did to Roger, and
Mm,
then over time they just turn into that.
became
Yeah.
yeah.
Over time they turn in and start looking like the damn dolls and shit, you
She,
know.
she made it sound like it happened in one night, though.
Say
Yeah,
what
but
though?
She made it sound like it happened overnight.
yeah,
No,
but I don't
she
trust
just
anything she thinks anyway.
Yeah,
yeah.
yes, I agree with that too.
I mean, well, her exact words were when the man died, the dolls came to life and came out.
Yeah, so there's at least some passage of time with that.
Yeah, some passage of time must have went by. You know what I mean? And we do see whatever happened to Roger happened all the way out there at the settlement. And Sophia knew how to just bring this thing to life and all of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which which is crazy. Like, can she bring people back to life?
I, I don't know, man, but I know we'll never get an explanation on who had the finger dexterity to sew Roger up like that, because it wasn't them dolls.
It wasn't the dog. Yes, it wasn't the dolls at all. The dolls didn't sew Roger up like that. I'm sorry, because them hands
Yeah.
are not going to be able to grip a goddamn needle that will be hard enough to pierce the fucking skull. I mean, that shit is through his forehead.
His
And then
head, yeah.
where did you get the buttons at? Where the buttons come from?
Yeah, the buttons and all of that, sewing his mouth up. Like,
I'll tell you what, that Roger monster I think was visually like one of the creepiest moments of the show. And it took me completely by surprise.
yeah,
Not completely,
I
but
love
it
that. I love that they did that. That was one of the coolest moments on the show.
yeah, like just at least visually, like it's a good creepy image to have in your head, especially when he starts like pulling his mouth open and stuff. That was creepy as hell.
How many threats have we seen so far? So we've seen the dolls. We've seen that they can bring Roger back. We've
Hmm.
seen the monsters. We've seen the
Cicadas.
cicadas, the man in yellow. I
Hmm.
don't know about the spiders, but
The kimono lady.
the kimono
Yep.
lady, and that's about
Um,
it.
yeah, well, do you think the cicadas and the kimono lady are the same thing?
No,
They show up at the same time.
but I don't
Uh,
think they're the same thing at all. I think the
uh,
kimono lady was focused on Elgin. Now, I do want to point this out. Everybody that knew that Smiles Davis had been killed, some fuck shit happened to him.
right.
Except for Donna.
Except for Donna. Oh, what a surprise.
Except for Donna.
Fucking Donna. She's a.
Did get snatched up and knocked over side of the head by
Right.
Randall and tied to a tree, but that wasn't this place doing
Yeah,
this.
that was like another person doing it, right?
Who was at the clinic the night that Smiles Davis was killed? You had Elgin,
Elgin, Fatima, Ellis,
Kenny,
Boyd, Kenny,
Christy, and
and
Marielle.
Christy and Marielle. I believe that's it.
Something happened. Something happened to, and then Elgin told Julie about them killing a monster when they were standing by the pool talking. She had the sweater with the hearts on it. Elgin told her that they killed a monster, so she had
Right, and then interesting. Yeah. So she got looped in by the. So, but the question I have is, what happens to Ellis specifically?
What happens to Ellis? Nothing.
Yeah, because he was there to see the creature die, and nothing bad happened to him.
Nothing bad happened to him. Okay, so there's two.
Ellis got plot armor.
You know,
plot armor,
and maybe Ellis's shit is coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But still,
it could also be the pregnancy too, because it's something that they that's a thing that they shared together. You know,
shared together, and you know what? They were pregnant before the Smiles Davis was killed.
Yeah.
So there you go. Something happened to him right there as well. Their pregnancy was hijacked.
Right.
It's something that I think is a massive plot hole. But you know, we're just fucking rolling with it at this point. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, like
I'd like to believe that they're gonna.
Thing all they had to do was have Christy say, "Wait a minute, you asked me for the pregnancy test the night that thing was killed." You know what I'm saying? So that's all they had to do. Just have her say that, and we can move past it.
Move on, right?
Yeah.
Unless they have a reason to talk about it again later, you know, better late than never. I'll still give him a chance to wrap it up. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give him a chance. Show's not done yet.
I'm still mad about the haircut.
You know, so we got 30 minutes until the show comes on. You know what I'm saying? I just think that this show has been showing us over and over again that knowledge comes at a cost. And they gave that to us at the end of season 3, and they have been building on it in in season 4. They have been building on it. And I think that's a message to us as well. Knowledge comes at a cost. You are going to be right about some things, but you are definitely going to be wrong about something.
Yeah. And then you might learn something that just kind of changes everything about how you look at the world, you know?
Oh, yes, indeed. I think it's going to challenge, like, you know, one thing that I think that they have not. All right, so all right, I'm going to say this, and I know this is going to sound kind of fucked up, but I feel like they have been dragging the whole Sophia thing a little bit.
What do you mean? Be specific.
Okay. Okay. The first 4 episodes was slow as hell, and we just came off of the first episode that had been revealed to us in the trailer that the man in yellow is transforming into Sophia, right? So that's dragged. So it was being dragged before the season even got started. Okay. Then the season starts, and here we are, we're at episode 8, and nobody has figured anything out. Nobody has, like, I think the pacing could have been a little, like, it reminds me of how they drugged the Fatima's pregnancy during the 3rd season.
So can we talk about the trailer?
I think that I'm just talking about in general, like the Sophia storyline is a little bit dragged out now. So hopefully it comes to a head.
I feel that, but it looks like from the trailer we might be getting some
right.
progress.
We're gonna come to a head, and but see, that's the thing. They drug it out till episode 9.
I agree.
Right? They
So I get the sense that they wanted to. I feel like they had 3 seasons left, and they smashed it into 2. because like we are introduced to Sophia and immediately told that it's the man in yellow.
Yeah,
Where
and
I
then
feel,
it drags out for until the episode.
yeah, I think that was supposed to be something that was happening in the background during a season. You know, that's what it seems like. Those first 3 episodes was like, okay, we're gonna take this whole season and just cram it into 3
Felt
episodes.
like it felt like when I'm watching anime and I get a bunch of filler episodes.
Yeah, kind of.
That's what it felt like.
Right.
It's
I
not as
agree.
bad as Goku and Piccolo driving a car, though.
Yeah, not that bad.
Yo, faith and repentance says, "Oh my God, I'm so glad someone else finally said it. Agreed, Sophia is dragging." I mean, look, the trailer came out. They showed us the man in yellow changing. They showed us Sophia smiling in a menacing way. Wouldn't you have loved to find that out on your own during the episode? Like it would
Yeah,
have been so much
100%.
better. It would have been so much better if that shit wasn't in the trailer. So before the show even starts, and we're talking what 74 fucking days
Mm.
before, we're already talking about the man in yellow transform.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So then what else happens? They reveal the Sophia shit in the very first episode, and it just continuously drags out with her antics. Now I understand the reason why. Now I'm gonna give it to you like this. The reason why is because the way that the show is structured, they show us one day at a time. They
right.
pretty they pretty much show us one day at a time. So that means that okay, so right now we're on the 39th episode. So this is the 39th episode. So there's been at least 39 days that have gone by
Yeah, at least
since
39
the
days.
Matthews have gotten
At least 42 because we know that it was a 3-day
4 days,
gap.
the 4-day time skip. Yeah, they did a
Yeah,
4-day time skip. When Tabitha woke up in the hospital, it was 4 days later from the time that she jumped out she was pushed out the window.
yes. So
So
we're just not even quite halfway into the next month. Like they've
right,
been there like 6 weeks roughly.
right. So the reason why they dragged the Fatima pregnancy out in season 3, the reason why they're dragging the Sophia storyline is because they can't just show you her doing this shit all in one day.
They're not going to give you like a little montage with
Right. You know what I'm saying?
like a
What would have
Rocky montage for the man in yellow.
what would have been better is if we would have had the transformation of the man in yellow, and we seen Sophia and this guy come in and what happened to her. And then maybe in episode 3, they could have shown us the flashback of what she did to the priest in the clinic, how
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah,
could have
yeah. I
shown us
agree.
that, and it would have been more because then it wouldn't have what it would have only been 5 episodes of them dragging it out. But
Yeah.
during the dragging it out, we would have had the mushroom trip, the ragdoll Roger,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it would have been, they kind of cheapened it in that kind of way. I think
They front loaded all the information.
right.
Yeah,
Because you
I agree
can't
with you.
really sacrifice your format. If you're going to start off
Mm.
first season, second and third season, and you're just making it a day to day, every episode is like a day going by.
Yeah, you're not doing
Yeah,
time skips.
Luna in the chat made a good point. She said that the pacing on From is messed up. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
Like
the pacing on
it's one of
From,
my favorite shows, but the pacing is off.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Luna said, question, knowledge comes at a cost. It's a jewel. Challenge, are you ready for the riches? Woo, because of the jewels, I get it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Uh we've been dragging Sophia. Yo, and I'm not shitting on the show now. I love the show, but you
Mhm.
can't win them all, and everything is
Right,
not
right.
perfect. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not perfect. We gonna be real over here if we're not gonna do anything else. I'm gonna give my real opinion. I'm gonna tell you what I really think, and I'm gonna tell you my rhyme and reason behind it. I'm not one of those type of people where I say I don't like something and I really don't have a fucking reason for it, like I can articulate very well what my issues are with something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I have like a saying where it's like, if I'm gonna not like something, I better know a lot about it.
that's what I'm talking about. I don't just dismiss something without actually doing research about it. Like if somebody says something about something, I'm just not like, oh no, man, that's not it. I'll go
Yeah,
do the research.
not
You know
give
what I
everything
mean?
a
I
chance.
hate those kind of programmed responses that people,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And
That kind of shit is in a lot of fandoms where you can't even offer the most gentlest criticism or something, and then people flip out, like you had personally insulted them or something. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you made this show.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
like on that tribalistic type stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
right, yeah, that reminds me of the Game of Thrones fandom. Didn't you say you didn't watch Game of Thrones, Demo?
I did, I did not. So listen, man, I,
Hey, you
I'm,
missed out, bro.
I'm sure I've said this before, but Lost made my relationship with television incredibly negative. I watched zero TV for when did the final episode of Lost air and when did From start? I did not watch TV that entire time. It
Watch,
broke my
Don't
trust.
feel bad.
They
watch the first
I didn't
to the
watch The
sixth
Wire.
season of Game of Thrones.
they
You
broke my trust, man.
after the first season, you'll be straight, bro.
Now,
Until
now hold on. Okay, Code Knox. Code Knox said he doesn't feel that way at all. I think you're talking about the Sophia story. RCO says,
hey,
I
watch
like the Sophia
A
storyline.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
I love that shit. I like the storyline too, but it's dragging. Yeah, it is dragging. Code Knox says he doesn't feel that way. Now, I'm gonna say this about that, right? Wouldn't you have loved to see more of the Julie story walking stuff along with what's going on with Sophia? Like, I don't like the direction of Julie getting bummed out, like just because she saw the man in yellow. I mean, first of all, the last time you story walk, the slow walker grabbed you by the hair, so you cut your hair, right? What was the point of cutting your hair, right?
Yeah,
I don't want him grabbing my hair, blah 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 blah, right? Okay, so you see the man in yellow and you get away. Randall was on point. He got you up out of there. I think that it's time to tell more people what the hell you're doing. Because see, here's the thing. She goes to Sarah and she says, "Yeah, you know, I'm 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 mad. I'm mad about I'm sorry for judging you for what you did because I realize now that this place makes you think
mm,
messed up stuff and it made me think that I could save my dad." Now, nothing told you you could save your dad.
right.
Nothing nothing told her that at all. Now, with Ethan, Ethan literally saw Jim and Jim said find the lake of tears. Now, that's something telling you to do something specific. But
Yeah,
nothing told her she couldn't that she could save her father. That's what she put together in her own mind.
Right. She didn't get no influence or
There was
no.
no info on that or anything. And
yeah,
and here's the thing about it too. You know the story walking is real and that it works. You you know that it's a real thing that actually works. If Randall doesn't want to help you no more because he's afraid for your safety, he's afraid of he's doesn't want to watch you have these seizures and like I wouldn't want to watch nobody do that shit to themselves either. I'm just be real with
yeah,
you,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Go find somebody else. Start talking to Boyd. Don't
Right.
just shut down this whole idea. Like, why is she not receptive to what her mom's telling her about the thing? What about the reincarnation? What do you mean you don't what do you mean you're not receptive to that? You're fucking story walking. You just saw this dude in the yellow suit. How come you're not in the loop on what's going on? How come you're not talking to Marielle about what's happening? How come you don't see
Right.
Yeah,
you know, how come you don't see her coming into the information about the yellow suit? I think
Yeah, you brought up a good point right there. Why are they
I'll
leaving
just take
Marielle
one
out of
last
this?
sentence. I know it was long-winded, but one last sentence. I think that if Julie comes into the information about the man in yellow suit, I think if she sees the suit, she'll then be like, "Hey, I fucking saw this guy. I don't know where I was." She doesn't know that she was in Victor's time period. She just knows that she ended up in down there.
Right.
She knows that the Star Motel thing, because she looked up at the Star Motel sign was there. She looked up and saw that, and she saw a bunch of dead people in the street and some guy in a yellow suit eating one of them. That's all she knows. She doesn't, you know,
Yeah.
she doesn't know where she was at. How so, I'm just saying all of that to say, okay, she should know that the shit works. What are your thoughts?
Well, no, I'm just does she even know that the town's looking for the man in yellow?
No,
I don't
that's the
think so.
thing.
Yeah, okay, because yeah, no, that's weird, man. Like, because those two storylines, those two storylines go together,
Susie,
right?
Susie,
Yeah, they
yo,
should sync
so we
up.
got
That
all
was
males up here, and we all agree with this whole Julie thing. So this statement from Susie Seashell applies to all of us, I guess. She said, "Real has obviously never been a 17-year-old girl.
yeah,
Obviously not.
obviously.
Obviously, obviously
Obviously.
not. I got motherfuckers running around calling me daddy. So you know
Obviously
what I'm
not.
saying?
I got three daughters though, so I can vouch for that.
But no, yeah. No, I feel you on that where you're coming from. You know what I mean? I have to say this though. Don't just don't just cut Julie short with the fucking she's a 17-year-old girl. Julie has more character development than Jade.
Yeah,
Julie is the character on the show that has the most character development.
yeah,
Nobody else. It's
she's
even
further
close.
away as a character than when she started.
It's not even close. Jade is the closest, but it's still not even close. Jade has the physical transformation, but now Julie's caught up to him with
Yeah,
the
you
with
know,
her haircut
you're
and
I
kind of
think
right.
everything.
I agree with you. I think Kenny is a second, and I
Yeah,
think
Kenny,
that
no,
Kenny's done
Kenny's
some
the third.
movement.
Kenny's the third. Julie's the first. Jay's the second. Kenny's the third.
and boy,
I mean,
Marielle from season 2 to season 3 was a
what
lot of
is
character development.
boy fit in that?
Boyd does have some character development where he's changed. He's changed. We see him changing. He's a lot more coarse. You know what I'm saying? He
Yes.
definitely snatched up he snatched up Jade in the kitchen. He went upstairs and straight up mafia threatened Elgin real quick. Like,
That slap in the first episode.
well, the slap in the first episode was justified. Like, bro,
yeah.
I don't even think,
Speaking of
I,
slap, everybody slapped that like button harder than Boyd slapped.
yeah,
Never
yeah,
mind.
Oh
harder than the
yeah,
Boyd
yeah.
slap,
Slap that
harder
like
than
button.
harder than Ellis falling off the roof.
Hey, I've been saying for a couple weeks now. If I don't get, I think I told you too, real. I'm good with like 80% of the answers not being answered, but
You're good with 80% of the answers not being
75,
answered.
75.
75. Oh,
I'm
I'm
going
not good with
75.
that.
I'm
I'm
being
not good.
generous.
Do you mean that in another, like, are you flipping that around? Like, do you
Nah,
mean
I'm
that
I'm
you
I'm
want
being generous. I'm gonna give
75%
them
and you're okay?
75.
You're
But if I
okay
don't
with
get it, I'm slapping everybody, man.
oh okay, so you want 75% of the answers.
Yes.
Okay. So you're saying that you're okay with them not answering 25%.
I don't think we're gonna get it for
I think
100%.
we'll get
We're not getting
80%.
100%.
We're
I
not
don't think
getting
we're getting
100%.
100%.
There's no
We
way.
ain't, we ain't got enough time to get 100%.
Yeah,
No, I don't think they got 100% like loaded. you know, uh, I'd
But
be happy with
if I can get
75. I think.
75, hey, everybody's okay. But if not, I'm slapping everybody,
Tell
man.
you what, I'll be happy with over 50. The way a lot of people write television these days, If I get 50 plus, I'll at least not consider it to have been a waste of time.
It's 75. Okay, I need 80% at least
You said
from this
80.
show, and
That's what
the
we
amount
agreed
of
on last
time,
time. But
and the amount of years I think should come into account when answering questions. Like we've
that's what
got
we agreed on last time. But I gotta. I just don't think we're gonna get that much. So I
this
don't
is
want to.
about to be like 7 years, bro, that we spent with
I'm
this
trying to
show.
save people's lives here, man. Like if I start slapping people, it's gonna be a problem. I'm
Hey,
trying
Yo,
to save their lives, so I'm gonna give them 75, man.
I want to ask you a question, real, and it's partially a joke,
yeah,
but
if it's
partially
not
serious.
like Level Up Ash said, if it's not 80%, I feel like I wasted my time with the show. And I'm gonna say this: 80 is the minimum I'm going. Like I'd like 90% of the shit answered. We probably won't get that, but like 80 is now. I can tell you this: a consolation prize would be if
Spin off.
season five, episode 7, they announced that there's gonna be a spinoff. And
Yeah,
If they give me that,
I'll be okay with 75, 70% of the shit. Like I'll be okay with that.
I worry about a
that's
spinoff
where that
though.
extra 5% come from. I'm hoping on a spinoff.
I
I'm
think
kind of
they
worried
have
about a
an answer.
spinoff.
I think they have an answer for everything. I don't think that they'll have the time to do it. And if they do have an answer for everything, that means that they will have substance and material for a spinoff.
Right, that's
Not
true.
only that, it'll probably get a bigger budget because of the success of this series.
Right. Oh man, they'd have to do it right though, because knowing when to leave is an art, right? You don't ever want to overstay your welcome.
Yo, Chicagoland, South Hand, West Sub said Widow's Bay is killing from in just season 1. Ep- Yo,
Hey, y'all have to stop with that.
I'm gonna just be real with you. As a whole entire season, Widow's Bay's first season is better than From's first season. That
Okay.
finale, I'm gonna tell you the highlights of the season that really take it and take it over the top. And I'm gonna say this: it's not like by a long shot. It's not by a mile. It doesn't beat From by
Right,
a
right, right.
mile. It's like they edge From. They just edge it slightly,
Yeah.
but it's better. And I'll
Yeah,
and
I'm
I'll
on the.
tell you
I'm
and I'll
just
tell you
opposite of that.
the episodes I'm feeling are 4,
Mm-hmm.
6,
6
7, and the finale,
and 10. Yeah,
and
I
10.
agree with those picks for
10
sure.
and 4 with stars next to them. And
Yeah, yeah.
you know, it's even like I now that I think back at it and I think of all the substance that episode 10 had, it might even be better than 4. But 4 was just so explosive with the way they set it up with the woman showing you how her life was, then
Mm-hmm.
showing you the situation that happened to her. We need more of that kind of shit right there and From. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, like you're not wrong. That one episode kind of, uh, yeah. Can I say Mog? Do you people know what I
Yeah.
mean when I say Mog?
That's
Yeah.
because you hasn't watched Widow's Bay yet. And yo, listen here. We haven't spoiled anything. We spoiler free channel here. So we're not gonna spoil the Widow's Bay. I'm just giving you my non-spoiler review of the season. I think it was great. I think it was better than From's first season. But that doesn't spoil anything. You know what I'm saying? When I started talking about the woman and what happened to her, I'm not telling you anything about what happened or what
It's too
it
too
was.
vague.
Like
It's
full
very
Ooh,
question.
vague. Like you're cool when you watch it. I haven't spoiled a thing. Enjoy. I can say this about Widow's Bay. You got to give like Demo says he most likely wouldn't give a show up to 4 episodes, but you got to give this show 4 episodes. You got to bear with it for 4 episodes.
Yeah, it's
It's
definitely
funny
worth
though.
it.
It's funny though. It's funny. It holds your attention.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no, it's
heard it got
good.
comedy in it.
You know, Real, I want
Are
to
you
ask you this question mad
are
quick
you
before I gotta
streaming
go.
during the show or after?
Oh, that's a good question too.
Say what?
You streaming during the show or after?
What do you? I might. I might stream after, but I know I do have to get ready to at least get my video done. But I just got a feeling that this episode is going to bring like some
Yeah,
serious heat. I
this
just
is
got
gonna be
that.
wild.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask you a question, and it's
Okay.
kind of a joke, but it's kind of serious also. Why do you figure that there's more ironing boards than there are people in this town? There's like
um.
a billion ironing boards. There's
Yeah, I
like
noticed
30
that.
ironing boards in Colony House alone. Why is
I
it
think that actually means something. I
nobody's
definitely
got an iron?
means something.
They they
Nobody ever
they need
uses them.
they need dirty clothes that ain't got no
I
creases and
did
no
see an iron one
wrinkles in
time
them.
in Colony House. There
Did
is an
you?
iron at Colony House.
I've been looking. My wife gets mad at me because every time there's an ironing board, I point it out. It's just like every episode, it's just an ironing board. It's like
Yeah,
you can make a drinking game out of it.
like punch
Yeah,
buggy
it's a
and
good
shit.
drinking
Yeah,
game.
exactly. My wife wants to punch me.
Yo, let me show you here what we got. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh. You're on. 6 minutes. Thank you for the Father's Day love. It yo, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Much love. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Um,
happy Father's Day. Happy
Yeah,
early
happy
Father's Day
Father's
to
Day to you
everybody.
guys.
you
You
know,
ain't gonna get it from nowhere else. So happy Father's Day.
you know what I'm saying? Like what you see in the early episodes of Widow's Bay are foundational. Questions are answered quickly. Yes, indeed. I
Yeah,
definitely gotta say that.
and
But
they're easier to predict too.
I can definitely say this. Widow's Bay, after the finale, it hits way different when you watch it again because they
Yeah,
give
I
you
can see that.
fucking answers. But From, when you rewatch the first season of From, it doesn't hit different. You just start noticing
You
things.
just start noticing things, right?
Right. You just start noticing more things in the background and shit like that. More mysteries come. You start putting more stuff together. But there were no answers in the first season that made you go back and look at previous episodes and say, oh,
See,
this
yeah.
makes sense. This does that. Like, if you don't have that, then you're missing something. But From was something like, okay, we get it. But
Yeah,
then
it's
the
that give
second
and
season
pull.
comes, and there's still no fucking answers. You know what I mean? They didn't
Yeah.
Yeah,
answer anything.
You need to have that back
Season
and
two
forth.
gave us more mysteries than season one.
yeah. No, it's true. You're
Just
not
like
wrong. And
Severance.
and
Severance is
that
dope, but
that's the
it
drug
leaves you
though,
with a
right?
whole lot of questions.
That's the drug is these mysteries. That's what's gonna hook. What's gonna get you hooked.
Yo,
Um,
but see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I get it. And by the way, everybody, go get your snacks. The show's about to come on in like 4 minutes.
yeah. I'm gonna make a
But
root
like,
beer float.
yes, indeed, I hear you. But like,
Hey, put them
here's the.
watch parties in the chat.
I don't know if somebody's gonna be down there doing a watch party. I won't be able to do it this time because I don't have my laptop set up. But I'm on the, I'm on my desktop right now. But here's the thing. Widow's Bay gave us answers, but it also gave us more questions and it gave us more to look forward for season 2. And they announced season 2 right before the finale. So they will get a season 2. But
Yeah, it is definitely paced a lot
Wid-
differently.
Widow's Bay, now, when you watch those first 3 episodes, the first time you're going to be like, the first 2 episodes you're going to be like, yeah, this was funny, but it ain't no From. It ain't From. But then you watch the third episode. The third episode gets a lot better. It has this like depth to it, right? Then you see episode 4. Episode 4 is amazing. Probably one of the best, spiciest episodes of television in 2026. Okay.
It's a good one.
Um, now after you watch the finale, when you go back and watch the first 3 episodes again, you totally have a different appreciation for those 3 episodes because there are things in that episode that you definitely should have been paying attention to.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll probably go back and rewatch it, and that's a good sign to anybody who's on the fence. I don't. If I rewatch it, it's probably good because I don't even watch shit in the first place. So if it's good enough for me to want to rewatch,
Hey,
Yo,
it's,
a night of seven
I
kingdoms,
probably will
man.
jump on after for an after stream, but I do want to get this video done because like I my last video didn't come out till what, Wednesday or Thursday or some shit like that. It's difficult getting these videos done when you know approach it in the way that I approach it, and you're doing, I'm not just recapping them. You know what I'm saying? I don't
right,
do a
right.
lot of recaps here, but I will recap the finale. I try to recap the finales and stuff like that. I don't know. It depends on how if it it depends on how I feel. I might just go ahead and just start cooking up, and then you'll see a couple videos, and then we'll move on to the next thing. I'll let everybody know what the next thing will be next week. But the show, I am looking to see if it's on yet. Uh, let's see. It's not on yet. It's not on yet. One more minute. It's 12:01 now. Hold up. It should be on then. Let's see.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bounce out real. If you're on
Oh,
later,
it's
I'll pop
on.
back on. But either way, thank you for having me on. Ray, we'll talk to you. Chrono Trigger.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, sorry, Demo.
Yeah, no, do that video though, man, because that's a good one.
Hey, I'm inspired, so I'm gonna try to
Good.
get
Be
it done.
inspired. I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you all later.
All right,
Indeed. Peace, Demo.
same thing, real. If you gonna
I
stream
mean, I'm
after?
I'm I'm not going to shut the stream down right this minute though.
Okay, okay,
I
I'm with
might
you.
even watch a little bit while I'm on. I'm actually. What's going on? It won't let me log in.
Oh man, I need to.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit, y'all. Y'all could rock out with me for a minute here if you're watching the show. Shout out to that. Okay. Okay, it is on. It's on, y'all. All right, let's get ready. Ray, are you watching?
Getting it loaded up.
Load him on up. Okay. So I guess we're doing like a not a watch party, but a uh-oh. Okay. So y'all can hear my live reaction. Let me get rid of this real quick. Ray, you gonna rock with me too?
Yeah, I rock with you. Don't go with her.
Do y'all be skipping the recap?
I don't know where I am exactly. Oh shit, bro. So I'm assuming you a little bit behind me, bro. Let me know when you get there.
Oh shit. Yeah, Luna. I don't skip it either. Okay. Okay. What's going on? Everybody talking about oh snap. I ain't get to it yet. Okay, I see them. I see. Okay, he's changing. As above, so below. Once again. Elgin needs a fucking eye patch. And and it's crazy because he's with Clara, who also had her eye fucked up.
I don't think I got to that part yet. Hey, I just want to make so we don't mess each other up. Where are you exactly?
Sophia talking to Clara.
They walking up
Ooh.
the stairs.
Uh-oh. All the Clara, oh, man, the Clara people gonna be going crazy. So what will I be? Will I be? Is what he- So y'all know where I'm at. I'm at K Sarah Sarah. Will be
Okay, okay. So you
the
just hitting
sky.
the beginning.
Can you hear it?
Okay,
Okay, good.
so that means you didn't seen the eyes.
Yes, please, Kayla. Pause just so to catch up. so I can catch up to you. Let me catch up to y'all. If y'all don't mind, pause it. Let me catch up to y'all. Let's get synchronized in this motherfucker. Not be pretty. Hey, it's a ride. Okay, now I'm there, Christy, at the medicine cabinet. Yo, shout out to Dana. Dana did a whole video with the Clara theory. I hope her video blows up after this episode. Crazy.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Mary and Christy talking. Christ and Mary. Oh, they're going in the house looking for Sarah. Tell me when you get to the bedroom. Okay, cool. She picked up the Nizite. Okay, okay. They going up the steps. This is the first time they jumped right back to the same scene. See, the room is purple now. I'm in the room. I painted it. Not my favorite color. This is crazy.
Just wait. Just wait.
Ooh, is what you do. Ooh, yeah. Did they take that out of my Sinners video? Fucking what?
I told you, just wait.
Bro, they fucking did they take that out? Yo, I could have sworn I said that in one of my Sinners videos. I'm at Sophia giving her the hand. Her giving Sophia the hand. Okay, so she's cutting Sophia. Sophia's cutting Claire's hand. A blood brother ritual. Yo, I talked about this shit in my very first videos, man. I talked about the blood brother rituals back in season 2. Yo, this is crazy. If a motherfucker come up to you with their face like that, talking about, do you want something cookie? I don't want motherfucking skin in my cookies and shit, yo. I don't want motherfucking skin flakes and shit in my cookie. That shit on your lip got some shit on his lip.
Scales on scales.
He ate some of that shit anyway. Oh wow, that oh man. if you have MGM through uh Prime, then it's not gonna show up until 3 o'clock.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get ready.
Yo, I just wrote that down. Thinkers think and great minds think alike. I just wrote that down. That's so crazy. You said that. Julie, what the fuck?
They making those connections.
Yeah, but Julie's fucking bugging.
I mean, she finally said something about the man in yellow.
Look at the camera movement following Clara. I love the way they did that. Oh no, Luna. Slime so. Damn. It's going down. What, something else happens?
behind you. But Claire look like she a
Slime song.
soldier.
Here's the boy in white. Oh shit.
My blood to your blood.
In the chat, everybody that's watching, let us know where you are in the chat. I am in the church with Boyd and Sarah.
Yeah, I have not made it there yet, so I'm a little bit behind.
More and Cooley kid.
Sarah said, "Ride or die."
What the fuck, boy? Damn, boy, this asshole for that. Ooh. Yo, the way they did Victor was crazy. I definitely wasn't feeling that. It's how they went about it, man.
Didn't do Victor like that, did he?
Oh, it's turn up time.
Seemed like that little patch on boy's beard is getting whiter and whiter, don't it?
Yeah, right. This feels like some kind of like Stranger Things playing or
Yeah,
some shit.
continuity of government.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Elgin.
Or I could swear one of them pictures is a vault take vault.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I can definitely say that this episode was crazy. Are you finished yet, Ray?
Yeah, I got a couple more minutes.
Nah, so when I'm watching the episode with you guys, I don't watch it in the typical way that I watch it. I usually do a lot of pausing and all that type of stuff. And I don't really do that when I'm watching it, with you. And I usually put the magnifying glass on a little something while I'm watching the episode. But I don't get to
Okay.
do that while I'm doing this. And that's okay, you know?
Okay. I'm there. So we ain't even
Yeah.
waiting to see if they gonna break through or nothing.
Yeah. Oh, my rating on this episode, The Chocolate Thunder, says my rating on this episode. I'm gonna give this episode an 8.5. Now it wasn't a bad episode. However, it almost felt like I was watching a different show. Everything was moving so fucking fast. Everything was just moving. Bam, 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 bam. You know, no real rhyme and reason. I guess because they're talking about the plans to everyone in the town. But I don't know. That just seems to be a little bit convenient. Too convenient for me. That everybody's just talking in the town now. And it just so happens that the main antagonist is just standing there and you're telling the main antagonist everything that's going on.
Yeah. It felt like the pacing was a little off, like it was moving a little too fast.
It was just moving too fast. So I'm gonna drop it back down to an 8 for my rating. You know what I mean?
I'm right there with you. I'm
And
giving
that
it
was
an
a
8.
whole lot of motherfucking bones. You right, but it is 7 kids. And you're right, it is. It's setting up the finale. I didn't like the ending, and the acting in the ending seemed rushed. The acting was pretty bad at the end. Jade and Tabitha acting like they was digging up some shit, and Tabitha
Yeah, yeah. Hurry
like
up,
that. I
hurry
was
up.
like, what the fuck? Yo, am I bugging? But she was like,
Yeah,
Like, nah, sis, you nah, she was doing too much. The acting was kind of bad at the end. Like it just felt like it was rushed. And the the pacing was going so fast already. And then the acting started getting a little, you know what I'm saying? And them digging and all of that shit just looked crazy. I wish they would have showed whatever's about to happen to Elgin. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they had a lot of cutaways from Elgin,
Yeah,
from the end shot.
yeah, the ending shot. I didn't like the ending shot all like that. And I mean, I know the slow
The
walkers was
Fatima.
slow, but you know, yeah, like it was just crazy. Like I don't know. Like and them shovels must be made out of titanium alloy or them shits
Yeah,
is made out of vibranium.
they they yeah, they
I mean,
smoked
how
some
many
crack or
shovels
something
did it
before
take to dig that hole
they
in the
start digging.
basement?
They dug
You know
that
what
shit.
I'm
They
saying?
dug it up pretty quick.
Luna said she was completely wrong about Clara. You thought she was just a background noise character. No, yo, and that's why I said shout out to Dana because Dana did a whole video about Clara and showed all the suspect shit. Now, here's the thing. Clara was popping up in different places, but none of the places showed that she was up to anything, and she wasn't up to anything.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if I
she
like how they
wasn't,
did
yeah,
that.
she wasn't up to anything. She had just thought she made a deal. She didn't even know if that shit was real. So all of the suspect shit that you saw Clara doing, she wasn't doing it because she was being suspect at all. She was just they was just focusing on her as a background character. I believe her
That
aunt
that
is
make
her
me
actual aunt in real life works on the show. And I think that's how she maybe got on the show.
that makes me think, like, for real, how they explained it. That makes me really think that they do be listening to us.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Cause
saying?
it seems like they listen to us and it's like, okay, how are we gonna work this into the show?
Exactly. That shows you right there. It's like, okay, everybody's saying Claire's suspect, so we're gonna go ahead and give them that. And that's what I said earlier, right before the episode. It seems like this season, the writers have started to converge everybody's ideas together. You know what I'm saying? And they're converging everything and they're going to have some people getting things right, some people they're getting things wrong, or you're going to get some things right and you're going to get some things wrong, but everybody's going to get a piece. Because if Clara made a deal with Sophia and she didn't even think it was real, and Sophia didn't come and ask her to do anything until this episode, then nothing Clara was doing was suspect. You see what I'm saying? Now, the way they did that it even puts it right in your lap when she says, "Oh, I didn't even think that was real." So they put it right in your lap about, you know, the whole Clara being suspect thing was just something that they were doing. But then they bring it to fruition with Sophia had made a deal with her and she didn't even think about the shit anymore. She didn't even know she was supposed to be doing anything. She wasn't doing anything until just now. This is the first time she's been made to do anything. And I think that the writers did that because people were suspecting Clara.
Yeah, I think so too. 100%. After seeing that.
But Dana's video is still fun. It's good. And it points out a lot of the things that, where she points up and shit like that. Clara, can I still go home was crazy. Like, that was crazy.
No, you can't go home.
You know what I mean? And
Why you ask a dumbass question like that? No, you
And
can't go home.
another thing was, um, I thought it was kind of weird that that Elgin was the one to find the picture.
Yeah, Elgin was the one to kind of suss her out.
Right. And they had Elgin and Clara taking the flag down together. You know what I'm saying? And they're using the flagpole for the rope. So that I'm gonna say this in my in on the live stream right now. That's symbolic of the country. The tattered flag being taken down, all of that right there. That, you know, the tattered flag is something that has been a staple on the show as far as I'm concerned, because it
Yeah,
represents what the show is about. You know, the show is really about the tattered history of American history. And now that the flag is being taken down, I wonder if the show will now open up and reveal some of the Canadian stuff, the Turtle Island stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a real dope thing there, you know. And the reason why I don't think that we don't the reason why I think that we don't see a lot of turtle symbolism in the show is because of you know, Stephen King's, you know, it
cosmic
has to do with
turtle.
the cosmic turtle real heavy. And so I think that's why they don't necessarily put that in there. What the hell is going on outside? Oh, okay. It's a deer in my yard.
Okay, yeah, you
Yeah.
would have.
I was like, what the
Hey,
hell is
hey,
that?
hey, you know that's some symbolism too, man.
Yeah, it's a deer in my yard. This motherfucker looked right at the camera and shit. Like,
Ain't that what was in the I haven't seen the movie yet, but I seen the previews for Disclosure Day.
oh no, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen
And
it yet. A
and then
lot of the
also
reviews are pretty bad on that.
what was that movie that the Obamas made? Leave the World Behind?
Leave the World Behind.
There's a bunch of deers.
Yes, that movie was actually a great film. I wish they would have followed up with that. That's
Yeah.
actually Leave the World Behind was actually a great film.
Yeah, I
Great
liked it too.
acting, everything. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Maturin. Maturin. And America's 250th birthday.
Yeah, we're getting close. And to add to what you were saying, how all the different kind of theories are converging. Um, them black eyes, they look like alien eyes.
Oh yeah, that was crazy there.
Yeah,
Well, you know, one thing that Sophia confirms is that this is a place of ritual. And you have to it's not it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's more about how you do the ritual than about what you're trying to do. It's more about the gestures. It's more about the motions, the em- the motions, the emotions, the
I mean
intentions,
that could
all
be
of
said
those things.
about
Yes,
the world outside of from as well, though.
right. That's definitely how the world works. You understand what I'm saying? It's the motions, emotions, and intentions for sure. Um,
That's
and
like
she's demonstrated this by doing the blood brother ritual. I brought up the blood brother ritual when I first started this channel between Boyd and Martin. I talked about the blood brother ritual, um, and how these blood brother rituals were something that the Native Americans would do with the settlers to signify a bond between two people that were not from the same tribe or relation, and pretty much saying, I got your back during wartime. When wartime gets here, we're going to take care of each other. We're going to remember the deal of what we had. We take care
yeah,
of each other.
We're
That's
gonna
what a blood brother ritual is.
give each
You know
other
what I'm saying?
hepatitis so we can.
One of the things that I can point out here, like I said, the show is about Turtle Island or Amaruka. Okay, that's what the show is about. Um, we also saw the blood brother ritual in it, where they cut their hands with the glass and they did and they swore that they'd come back
True,
to this place
true.
and all of that. Okay, so this is why we don't see the turtle symbolism there because you have maturing and you know the creators of this show are very close to Stephen King. You know what I mean? Stephen King even put his stamp on it. They're directing Stephen King's The Institute. John Griffin actually had a cameo on The Institute. So, hold on. Real, if you get a chance, please read my comment about the ritual tool and on the last after show stream. It's all there. Okay. Is this comment on a video or in the comment section here? Because you
Let,
said that to me
let
earlier.
let us know now. Let us know now what it's about.
The burial rituals have to be done correctly. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I think that the choosing ceremony not being performed with the people from the bus and all of that kind of stuff, I believe that might have had some problem too with the way that this place works. I think Father Kotri was really in tune with this place. Okay. He was really in tune with this place. And like that's why you saw him sitting there between them stones and stuff like that. This place saw him bury what he buried. I think Father Kotri was in tune with this place. You know what I'm saying? And his ritual with the choosing ceremony and whatnot, it's a placement ritual. You see what I'm saying? And since the Matthews and Jade, that was over with. That we never saw them do that again. They still held funerals for people. So why not the choosing ceremony? You know what I mean? But hey, we have what we have. I think that it's a dope episode. It didn't get real heavy on there. But Demo, you want to come up and say something real quick? I'm about to hop off and start chopping up what I'm chopping up. I took some notes, but I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it again. If anybody wants to come up and say something, come up and give me your thoughts on the episode. I definitely want to know what you guys got to say about this episode. If not, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. That's cool. Ray, what's your overall? What did you grade this one? Rate this one, or should I say?
I gave it an 8. I think. I mean, just off that initial watching, I gave it an 8.
Yeah, off the first watch, I gave it an 8. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll grow on me later. I don't know, but the first
I
watch, I
I
gave it an
think it
8.
might grow or go down.
I think it might go down actually because this episode did have some problems like the speed and how it went and stuff like that. Christine Jellybean, it says device not connected. Go ahead and go ahead and give the permission for your mic, and that should clear that up.
Yeah, try using Google Chrome.
Or try using Google Chrome. 8 as well. Alyssa Ann says. TCP says that an 8.5 out of 10. Okay. That's what I gave it originally. It went down to an 8 after I actually thought about it for a second. Went back down to an 8. Yeah, we're at an 8. I'm at an 8 right now.
It was some things that I really like, man.
I like
Like,
the episode though. I mean, I ain't shitting on it, giving it like a 6 or nothing like that. I'm giving it an 8, a strong 8. I had it at 8.5, but now it's a strong 8. But go ahead, brother. What you say?
Clara stuff. The Clara stuff really had me. I seen the trailers, so that's what had me anticipating it. But the way that they explained it, like you said, it made me really like really believe that they do be listening to what we be coming up with and saying and stuff like that.
Yo, and you know what?
We getting that
I didn't
free
like the
work in.
Elgin part either. I didn't like I didn't like how stupid that was for him to see her in the picture and go right up to her. I thought that was
Kind of
stupid as
retarded.
fuck. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and Elgin strikes me to be a little bit more smarter than that. But
He
I
lost a little
just,
bit of his brain when he lost that eye.
yeah, she took some of the frontal lobe with her. She definitely did because that was the stupidest shit I ever saw. Like, why would you take it to her? I
Why
would have
would you
shown someone
why
else
would you
first.
take it to her, and then why would you, after you show it to her and she tell Claire go lock the doors, why would you just stand there?
Oh yeah, I would have tossed Clara to the goddamn ground in front of Sophia
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah, I'd have been out of there
I would
so
have got the
quick.
fuck up out of there.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Why
And
we
that's a
locking
push
doors
door.
around this motherfucker?
Yeah, what the fuck you mean lock the door? I would have, man, look here. I would have got the fuck up out of there. I would have got out of there. I'm telling you. If you
That's
goddamn
a red
drag,
flag.
if you goddamn dragged Fatima down the steps by her Ugg boots, then goddamn it, you
Not
could have
the Ugg boots.
went upside Sophia's head real quick when she said lock the door. Lock the door. That's fighting words in this situation right here.
Yeah, them
Yeah,
always fighting words.
if he dragged if he dragged Fatima by her Ugg boots down the steps of a root cellar, damn stone steps. He dragged her ass down some stone steps, my nigga. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Elgin's supposed to be battle hardened by now. He done lost an eye. He
Yeah,
done been tortured. Like you supposed to be skittish. You supposed to be worried about people locking you in rooms and stuff like that.
yeah, that was crazy. That right there was crazy. Him just walking up to her and showing her the picture like that. I mean, I would have went to somebody else like, hey, look at
I would have
this
went to
bitch in the
Boyd.
picture.
I won't. I would have went to Boyd. Boyd, the ultimate slapper. Hey man, we got somebody we might have to slap because this ain't looking right.
I would have went
Some
to
about this ain't right.
anybody. I would have went to anybody other than this fucking person whose picture it was. That tells you
And then
everything you need to know.
in the way she didn't deny it. She was like, oh, she's basically like, oh yeah, you caught me. Go lock the
Yeah, she
doors.
said, no, he said, this looks just like you. She was like, because it is me. He was like, excuse me?
Go lock the door. Hey,
What you talking about?
that's like that preacher. Go lock the doors.
Yeah.
Lock the lock the
We
doors.
locking the doors until we get 100,000 up in this. Well, the preacher wanted $100,000. He told the ushers to lock the church door until everybody donate. He said, I
Lock
know
the
you.
doors.
He said, I know we can get 10,000 from 10 people in here. He said, lock the door. He said, that's right. You heard me. Lock the door. He hit
I'm
her
gonna
with
be
the
saying
lock.
this shit all week, man.
Bro, lock the door. I gotta do a joke about that in the video, yo. Lock the door.
Hey, I'm
Shout
telling you,
out to Ray.
before the season ends, we got to do a roast.
Hey, yo, shout out to Ray for that. Like, was that Marvin Sapp? Never would have made it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro told him to lock the doors. We about to get this 100,000. I know I could get 10,000 from 10 people in here. We got this damn yacht we got to pay for.
We got the yacht, we got the side baby, we got
We got
everything, man.
ain't he's the same pastor that said that he's the same pastor that bought himself a jet plane. He was like, I bought the jet plane I
That was
needed.
Creflo Dollar.
Oh, that was Creflo Dollar. Okay, yeah, Creflo. Choco
What kind
Beauty,
of
what's
name is
going
that?
on?
You already know something going on. Creflo Dollar.
Oh man, Creflo Dollar. what possessed you to eat? If that's your real name, you should have changed it the moment you became a pastor.
It's like being named Cash Money.
Yeah. No, that's like a pastor named Slickback. Not a pimp named Slickback, a pastor named Slickback. He just
Yeah,
he just let you know what it's all about.
yeah.
That's the pastor you
And
Pastor
he dressed like a
Slickback. You
pimp
don't want
too.
him coming to your crib while you ain't home.
Yeah, you gotta stay away from my woman.
Yeah, Pastor Slickback. He's like that pastor from Friday with Bernie Mac. Nah, yo. Oh, you had a Pomeranian named Cash. Okay. I bet he had a nice collar. If you
Hey, he
if you
probably
got a
dressed in
yeah,
human clothes and everything.
yeah, he probably had sweaters and every goddamn thing. If you name a
Little
puppy
bracelet.
Cash, you gotta have him dripped out. His drip gotta be on point every day. If you name him
Got
Cash,
some earrings.
Cash can't be running around here looking broke. You know what I mean? Cash. That's a dope name though for a dog. I would rather have a pit named Cash. That's a dope name. You know what I mean? I had a homie named Cash. That was his real name. That was his last name. But it was like Cash with an E on the end.
We got
Like
a dude in the government named Cash.
Cat what is the name? The
Cash
Patel
Patel.
dude. Yeah, them motherfuckers all lying about that list. But yo, I'm about to get up off here. I'm about to get up off here. The Aunt Cooey kids pointed at the yellow house like Aunt Cooey, cuz. Ain't Cooey, cuz. Yes, they did. That
It
was
was pointing
crazy
pretty
too.
hard.
I thought that was a good part of the episode. That was kind of fire. You know what I mean? They had different kids too this time. Like obviously they had some different kids. But yo, I'm gonna hop off of here. Thank you everybody for rocking with me. To those that watched the show with me, that was short. That was fun. Like I love doing that, but I don't get to watch it in the way that I usually watch it. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely had fun with it. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I appreciate Ray for coming through and rocking with me. We had a good build. We had, you know what I'm saying? We
Appreciate you
definitely
having me, bro.
gotta be on the lookout for the video. I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch it. I'm gonna watch the show again tomorrow. I might just go ahead and take it on upstairs and get ready for bed, and just watch. I'm gonna watch the show tomorrow and get started on my video. I'm gonna get some shout out, y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Peace and wellness to all of you, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
much love.